We're live. Hello. Happy Friday. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where you are in the world. Hopefully someone's going to be out there. I did nothing to promote this stream, so I'm hoping someone's going to come hang out with me and watch. I got caught up watching The Help. That movie, The Help, was on TV, and I really loved that movie, and I just got caught up in it, and next thing I knew, I was like, oh, I'm meant to be off doing a live stream. So I didn't share it on Facebook or Instagram or any of the things I would typically do. And also it was a slow news week. I keep saying 2025, it's the year of feast or famine, and we all went a little bit hungry this week, which was a bit of a bummer. And I mean, on that note, I thought, InArt, they were having an event. I thought we'd have all this stuff to discuss, but was it just me that was like, wow, what a fizzer? It was just a whole bunch of 12th scale stuff and a couple of 6th scale things we've already seen. So and then I don't even think they've really shared any footage from their own event on their own social media, which is like perplexing to me. Like Hot Toys, we had ACGHK, like at the end of day one of that last Friday, they had posted like a whole suite of images, but not InArt. So, yeah, I was hoping maybe we would see something 6 scale, new, different, some progress on Anne Hathaway Catwoman, some progress on one of the many figures they showed us at Wonderfest 2023. Oh my God, I need to enunciate my words. But we didn't get any of that. So thank you. Very little InArt. That's amazing. This week was just interesting. Although I had a minor miracle this week that I actually was able to sell one of the figures that I had listed. So that was a nice end of the week, because selling the figures is hard, and it's something I try to avoid doing, but I was in this situation, so fingers crossed I can get rid of the rest of them. But I've got some stuff we're going to talk about, and I actually am going to do a little bit of an unboxing, but maybe a little bit of a different one, because I had a bunch of Kitbash parts arrive, and I feel like the past couple of years for me, I feel like I've more bought Kitbash parts than actual figures. So I just thought maybe I'd just show people the kind of stuff that I've bought. And if people want more information, I know like I got some sunglasses for my Kitbash cane, and a couple of people wanted the link to where I got them from. I got them on eBay, so more than happy to help out. But I do have some people in the chat, which is lovely, because as I said, did I do anything proactive to promote this stream? No. I'm sure a lot of people are like, oh, Helen's not going to stream. It's a trooper called whatever and an Ironman. But no, I turned up. Because Cousin Anthony tells me consistency is key. And he's a smart guy, so I've turned up. First in the comments, uncarded reviews. Good morning, everyone. Ready for all the Star Wars chat? Yeah, you'll get a whole 60 seconds of it. It'll be a beautiful thing. Master Darcy, morning. Time for some coffee and figures. I have a decaf coffee, because I normally have a coffee in the afternoon when I stream to try to make myself a bit awake. And I forgot today, so I'm hoping the decaf will trick my brain into thinking I'm a bit more energetic and with it than what I actually feel. So it is what it is. We've got Ramstein fan. Howdy, everyone. Finally, I get to catch a live stream. It's been a while. And what a shame it's on this Nothing Burger week. I'm so sorry. I don't even know how long this stream is going to go for. I've tried to like put some things in to pad it out, because I know people do like the longer streams. I don't know how this is going to go, but I turned up, and I'm patting myself on the back for that. Bobby's here. Happy Fun Friday. I mean, it would have been fun if we got something, right? But I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's also because I'm not a Michael Jackson fan, so that announcement just did nothing for me. But it's the weekend, and I guess I should be very happy about that, because I'm very tired. Star Crash is here. Hello to you. Figure in a Bubble. Good morning, Helen. Good morning to you. Lovely to see you in the chat again. Tim Tam to everyone. I mean, I so I had like a snack catastrophe this week. I was so upset. I was gonna go like because Aldi in Australia, and I don't know if this is just a thing they do in Australia. Every now and then they have like a themed week, like food wise. So like they'll have like it's Greek week, it's American week, it's like British week. And then this Wednesday was meant to be Dutch week. And I was so excited because like I like the speculoos, I like the stroop waffles. Cousin Anthony has introduced me to the sprinkles. Like I was talking to him about these items that they were meant to be getting in. And I was so hyped on Wednesday. Like after work, I was like, I'm going to Aldi. I'm going to get all these amazing Dutch snacks. This is going to be so cool. And then I went there and I couldn't see them. And the guy's like, oh, no, like they've been delayed. Like we don't know when we're going to get them. So I thought I would be enjoying stroop waffles and all this deliciousness. And I got nothing. And I don't have any Tim Tams either. So it's just incredibly sad. Carlos wasn't first. No, I think I might have set up the stream a little bit later than normal because, again, time just got away from me when I got home from work. Like I typically try to set it up before 6 o'clock, like PM for me. Carlos is probably on the way to work, but I'm sure he will. I'm sure he'll drop by in the comments at some stage. The Broke Collector, my foundation member. Hello, friends. Hello to you. I hope you're having a great day. I'm having coffee as well, but mine's caffeinated and found cinnamon. Cinnamon and coffee, really? I finally got here between Carlos and Ash Chase. I don't think Ash Chase has been here the past couple of weeks, to be honest. I don't know where he is. He's probably trying to find Wolverine, I would hazard a guess. Natalie's here. Hi, Helen. Afternoon from the UK. Hello, Natalie. How are you? Lovely to see you in the chat. Good evening from Australia. Benjamin A. Green. Happy Friday / Saturday to you all. I think we're still all in Friday land unless Ash does pop up. Then we're in Friday / Saturday. Bummer to hear there may not be much to today's stream, but I'm glad I'm here though. Well, I mean, some weeks Hot Toys gives us all the things and Hot Toys other weeks gives us none of the things. So I can only discuss what they do. And I don't know when my next figure will arrive. So that's why I thought I'd show the Kitbash parts because it's not an unboxing as such, but I'm trying. I'm also on my own. I have no one to talk to, like as in to stretch this out. So we try. I'm just going to need more audience participation from you guys this week. Oh, meant to type ground cinnamon. I add it into the coffee ground. Tastes great. Okay, fair enough. I don't know that I know that was a thing, but I like cinnamon. Why not? Homer cup in full effect. I don't know that this decaf is going to work. Placebo effect. But that's okay. We're going to truck on. Thank you so much for everyone who's here with me today. And believe it or not, I'm well impressed with myself. I've made like 3 videos in like the past month, which is not typical. Do not expect that kind of output from me. But I did do a review on the Too Faced. So we did the live unboxing, but then I, like having had the figure a little bit, I had like some thoughts and some feelings about it. So I did do a quick review, which is up on my channel. I do not pretend that I am an amazing reviewer. I give it a go. I try my best. And any objective but not mean feedback on those reviews is always appreciated. So if you want to check that out live on the channel, I am really impressed with the figure. I know some people seem to get very strong opinions that they thought it was undersized. I don't particularly think it is undersized, but I mean, given the pants are a little bit too long, I do think ankle extenders are probably a good thing to sort that issue out. I actually do have a set of leg extenders from 1/6 Kit, so I'm gonna go through those and see what might help deal with the pant issue because it is very long and baggy and I don't like the way the fabric gathers at the shoe, but it's a super cool figure, lots of great accessories. And it's really got me looking forward to, I think, the next Mars Toys figure I have on pre-order, that's due to release, I don't know when, is Bane. And so I'm really keen to see what they do with Bane, because Two-Face, yeah, I'm really happy with him. I think he's awesome. Figure It Out is here. Hello, everybody. Well, hello to you. Love your Two-Face review. Thank you. That's very kind. As I said, I'm trying to work it out. I'm trying to work out setups and all that. And I'm like, I probably need to set up like a dedicated space for things like that. But we'll get there. We'll get there eventually. JB's here. Howdy all. Howdy to you, JB. I hope you're doing well. Natalie, I'm trying caramel Tim Tams and they're nice. The chewy caramel Tim Tams are actually my favorite Tim Tams, I think. They are just deluxe. Absolutely love them. Well, that's very kind. Remember to hit the like button. I mean, because that's what Carlos would normally do. Carlos would normally say, hit the like button for our friend Helen, subscribe, and that's where I'd go, it's free. Why not? Why not? Plenty of topics to talk about. Kojin Two-Face. I feel like I've spoken about that. Artisan Bank Robber and Sam. We talked about those. Fantastic Four. I feel like these are all things we talked about. Yeah, I feel like we've talked about all those things in previous weeks, and I just felt no hype for that Bank Robber Joker. Like I said that last week, and time did not make it grow on me. I had not one little bit of impulse of, oh, should I try to pre-order the Artisan? Nothing. It is what it is. I do wonder where Johnny Storm is, though. I thought we would have had him announced by now. I don't know what Hot Toys is doing, but Howie Claus, he works in mysterious ways. Please hit the like and subscribe and more Tim Tams. Yeah, maybe. Have you watched Fantastic Four? We can talk about that. I did. I went to a preview screening in Australia. So how long would that have been now? 2 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago. So I have seen it. Am I getting Michael Jackson InArt? I definitely am not getting Michael Jackson InArt. I still find Michael Jackson really divisive. And I've got the photo, so we will talk about the figure. It's just, for me, not something that I particularly want to have in my collection. Like, I think the concept of like musical artist is like a really cool one. And I know, who was it? I can't remember the name of the company. I'm so sorry. They did some Elvis figures, and I have to admit, like, the Elvis figures were pretty tempting, because later in life, I've discovered Elvis, and I've like been to Graceland, and I've been to like his birth home in Tupelo, and like, you know, it's such an interesting story. I've been to like Sun Studios, so the Elvis figures were kind of tempting, but again, I was like, it just doesn't fit my collection. And then where would I put it? Because that's kind of the reason why I'm selling off like my Game of Thrones figures that I had, and I only had 3. I didn't have a big collection because it just didn't fit in with everything else. So, yeah, until I work out what I'm going to do with the room, because think I'm going to get another cabinet, I'm really hesitant to go into any new lines, because I don't want to have figures to just store them. That was a long answer, wasn't it? Good evening, Valkyrie. How you doing? Good morning for you. Hope you're doing well. I pre-ordered everything this week from all the companies, like almost a dozen pre-orders in total. Are you being serious? What did you pre-order? Were there even a dozen things to pre-order this week? Wasn't it Caustic Plastic? Maybe, and that's who I had in my head, but I wasn't sure, because I remember there was like, it's like a black and white Jailhouse Rock Elvis, I think, and another one. And I was interested. But, yeah, when I thought about it objectively, I was like, where am I putting him? I've got nowhere to put Elvis. I could have pre-ordered Bank Robber Joker Artisan through Sideshow, but I went with Sculpted. I love Purple Coat Artisan, but the Sculpted is easier to mess with the eye movement. That's why I went for Sculpted this time. Yeah, that's fair enough. And I think it's really quite impressive the amount of details that Hot Toys is starting to get into the sculpted hair. And I think it will be really interesting to see that Bank Robber Joker because it does have a lot of like individual strands. So I'm keen to see what it looks like, and also be careful when handling that because I can imagine a few people might snap off some of those strands and then they'll try to say it was Hot Toys' fault somehow. Collection Obsession, hello. I'm not ordering any Hot Toys Fantastic Four figures until Johnny Storm is up for pre-order. Hot Toys is too notorious for not finishing lines, once bitten, twice shy. Look, I can completely understand that because I pre-ordered Thunderbolts Elena and now I'm pretty sure they're not making anything else from that. And I felt pretty confident in the early stages that we would maybe get 2 or 3. I was thinking we'd get Red Guardian, maybe we'd get Bucky. And now, as time goes on, I'm just like, oh, I don't think we're getting anything. So I was encouraged that the banner at ACGHK did say Johnny Storm was coming soon. But I can understand that. And I mean, depending on where you are, sometimes there's not the biggest rush to have to pre-order. So I can understand people actually going, no, I want to know they've committed to this before I put down 3 POs and then jokes on you, we've changed our mind. So I can totally appreciate that stance. Don't forget the Caustic Plastic drama. Apparently they're redoing all their Maestro properties after community feedback from SDCC. Oh, are they? I thought people generally liked what they saw at SDCC. I have to be honest, I did not. I feel like hardly any SDCC stuff came into my feed with all the stuff I typically follow. So I didn't realize there was. I thought people typically, generally, not typically, liked what they saw, like the Conan and stuff like that. I thought people were really happy with it. Johnny will be released. I'm sure they might do a flame version to go along with him. Just be patient. Yeah, I mean, you'd hope. You'd hope. Off topic, I just received a FedEx notification that my Jazz Inc. 89 Batmobile will be delivered. Oh, that's cool. Very nice. Broke collector. Oh my goodness, you read my mind. So does InArt have a business model where they send the prototype out to YouTubers to review instead of having an influencer batch? Justin and Dean Knight both reviewed that new Superman. Yeah, I asked someone that before the stream. I said, what, do the prototypes do like a world tour now? It struck me as very odd because in the past, I don't think they've done that often. Like Justin did get to review the prototypes of the Purple Coat Joker. I can't remember if he got to preview something else. And I was really surprised to see that we've got a second person previewing it. So it's just going around the globe now. I don't know. I really don't understand a lot of what InArt is doing. Like that event, was it in San Diego? And it predominantly being like 12th scale figures. I'm like, what is this company? Are you 12th scale? Are you 6th scale? Can you not work it out? Because, you know, they've made all these comments and promises about figures they're going to do. And I come back to on Will's stream when they had John and, oh my God, was the guy's name Ivan? I hope his name was Ivan on the stream. And they said, I'm pretty sure they said Game of Thrones is going to be our Star Wars. Great. There's a lot of people who still have a lot of interesting Game of Thrones figures, I think, particularly from those, you know, not season 8 seasons. Nothing. Like, it's been at least 18 months since they showed us that Daenerys, which had some 3-0 combo sculpted rooted hair. I just don't get it. And now they're showing all these 12th scale figures. I was like, that's a whole other market. And I can only speak for the price I see them for in Australia, but their 12th scale figures are like $100 to $150. And I have to say, from observing like Jazz Inc., like it seems like when they've made 12th scale stuff, like it hasn't particularly sold. So I don't really know if they know what they're doing. But then it's funny because it's like we don't have an influencer batch, but then the same handful of people get all the stuff first because they pre-ordered first minute, according to like other companies. Hi, Jazz Inc. So I don't get this approach because I don't like, because then it's not this special thing either. Like if I was a content creator and I was given the prototype to review and then some other dude had it like, I don't know, 2 weeks later to do, like what's he going to say that the other guy hasn't said? I don't really know. Oh, is this everything you've pre-ordered? So Uncarded Reviews has pre-ordered Bank Robber Joker, Sam Artisan, all the current Fantastic Four and Galactus. Oh, okay. JND, Kojin Works, Two-Face, Harvey Dent, InArt, Michael Jackson, and Corin Sweat Superman. That's a lot. That is a lot. That is absolutely not. It's a shame to see Dean Knight becoming an InArt shill. Look, I haven't watched his content in a long time, so the nature of his InArt content I'm not particularly familiar with. I have noticed that he is getting stuff very early now, and as I said, getting the prototype was a big surprise to me because that's typically, I feel like, something they reserve for Justin or maybe like people like on Chinese social media. So it did catch me by surprise. Oh, as I smashed my coffee into the microphone, don't mind me. How can anyone trust a review from someone who's been sent an early version? I mean, they can't exactly give an honest review or they run the risk of never getting an early review again. Well, I mean, this is a good question. Figure it out. And I do, I really respect people who disclose that they get stuff for free and still are honest about it. And I don't know that necessarily happens a lot in the hot toys hobby. But this is why I've become really, my viewing has narrowed is what I want to say on YouTube. I used to watch a lot of stuff by a lot of different people, and I now find that I watch few things by a limited number of people. And I think that's part of it. Like, you've got to find the people who you feel, whose voice you trust, who are honest, who are straight shooters. And I think some people can border on being more promoters than reviewers. I think some people maybe have relationships with companies and they then don't have that degree of separation. And I think then they get a bit rose-colored glasses. And I say this, I used to be a journalist. I know for me, I spent a lot of years being a sport reporter, and I used to always try to keep a degree of distance from people because I'm like, if you have a game where you shoot 1 of 15 and you're my mate, I'm going to be like, oh, but they're my friend. But if I say they had a poor game, which they did, is that going to put a strain on the relationship? And I feel like there is a little bit of that where maybe some people feel like they can't be honest because they don't want to ruin the gravy train. But I also believe there's probably people that get gifted a lot of stuff that don't disclose it, which I don't think is kosher anyway. But it's their channels and they can run them how they want. I run mine how I want, which is why I don't put out many videos and don't have a large audience. It's fine. I don't know what I'm doing anyway. Tremble Dust is here. Hey, people. Hey, Tremble Dust. Hope you're doing well. Their Batman 12th scale is very popular right now, is it? I questioned putting out 12th scale figures, but it has a decent amount of interest. Oh, does it? As I say, the price point here in Australia, I think, is very expensive. And it's not of interest to me. Because they even changed it, because it used to be called Morphig, and now it's like InArt 12th scale. So I'm like, do you know what the plan is? I don't feel like they know what the plan is. I don't know. It's all about the dollars. Yeah, it is. I ordered all the InArt 12th scale figures so far and have their Bale Batman Deluxe. Totally worth it for the price. Yeah, but how much was it in US dollars? I don't think I'd pay $150 for a 12th scale figure. I just don't think I would. As someone who has done reviews for PC hardware, depending on the company, honest review, some companies like to micromanage reviews. Others will send you a product and say, give it an honest opinion. It's true. 100% it is true. But also, I feel like when it's been gifted to you, it should be disclosed. I don't think that happens all the time. I've yet to order any Fantastic Four figures, even though I love the movie. I'll get to it soon. That's fair enough. I did enjoy the movie. I thought it was really good. I'm looking forward to pre-ordering the Factory Entertainment OG Battlestar Galactica and Brendan Fraser figures shown at SDCC. Nice to see them dipping their toes into the 6-scale markets. I know absolutely nothing about that. But I do like seeing other companies dip their toe in the market, and I hope they come to fruition, because I always remember at SDCC one year, I think they were called Chronicle Collectibles, they showed a 6-scale Ragnar figure from Vikings, and I was so hyped. And I would, like, every few months, I'd look them up, and then, where is Ragnar? What's happening? Are they still making it? And I think the company went bust before they even made it. So, I hope that goes better for you than what Ragnar went for me. I value the opinions and comments of my peers in the chat more than any influencer. There's some really great collectors in this hobby that consistently share high quality feedback. Oh, 100%. I totally agree. And that's where I'm like, find those voices and those people that you respect and, you know, kind of call it for what it is. I totally agree. Impartiality can certainly be compromised with early access. Yeah, and free stuff. Too many channels talk about the same things over and over and over and over. Heath Ledger Joker. And I know. And it's funny because even as someone who loves The Dark Knight, I'm just like, I couldn't get excited about the bank robber. I just couldn't. I was like, you could have done the police version. Like, if you didn't want to do the nurse, you could have done a 2.0 of the police version. That's not been done by anyone recently. Even that would have been something I would have been a little bit more interested in. But I'm just like, oh, I want another bank robber Joker. To be fair, you can argue, how can you trust people who buy figures for reviews? They may have their own agenda. Just make your own decisions, basically. And I think Bobby agrees. I agree. We have eyes. I agree. I'm really perplexed when people ask what figure to buy. I'm like, what do you like? What do you think is better? Don't, like, what I think you should buy might not be what you actually want to buy. I think I paid about 85 ship for the Bale Batman 12th scale. Yeah, see, if I was paying $80 Australian, that's a different ball game. $150, I could probably go buy a discounted Hot Toys figure at Pop Culture. Don't love that price. Anthony Stanfield's here. Hello, Anthony. Hi, Helen. I pulled the trigger on J&D Two-Face. Wow. Ordered direct from J&D as kit was too expensive. Really excited for my first J&D figure. Yeah, the prices on Kit's website were up there. And I think there was only a 2-day pre-order window. So, yeah, if you could order through J&D directly, I think that was definitely the way to do it. Trembledust agrees. Disclose if a product was provided for you by the company. Yes, and I think a lot of that does not happen. Fun fact. The Factory Entertainment Adama figure at SDCC is the old figure that Nanjin made with QMX. I don't know any of that. Apologies. Mad Planet, hello. As long as the reviewer discloses their relationship with the manufacturer, I can figure it out. Good morning, fellow collectors. Good morning to you. I don't think there's a lot of disclosure, though. Sharon's here. Hey, hope everyone is doing great today. I am. I hope you are too. I got the InArt Batman 12 scale for $70. Wow, that's a good price. Incredible figure and fantastic head sculpt. I just want them to do something 6 scale to go with the Joker. They seem to not want to do that. I got bit by the FOMO bug, pre-ordered Artisan Bank Robber Joker, but decided to cancel and got my NRD back due to doing it within 24 hours. Oh, okay, interesting. That's fair enough. Same at Nolan Bats. I'm pretty much done with the IP unless a Nurse Joker or a good Batman Begins. Yeah, and I feel like that's where I've kind of landed now. Like, I do think my Armory Batman was like a huge upgrade on the DX12, so I'm glad I got that. But I am looking at my collection now, and I'm like, the things I want a Nurse Joker, I want a Ra's al Ghul, and I think this is the longest of long shots. I want a Lucius Fox. I would love to not have any third-party figures in that cabinet. But yeah, they just... That's why I'm like, InArt, fill in the gaps. Do Ra's. Do a good Begins. Give us a Dark Knight Batman to go with the Joker. They just don't seem to want to touch that line. And even I was hoping that San Diego event we'd see some kind of update to the Hathaway Catwoman, but we got nothing. We got this Two-Face now. We need Sugar and Spice to go with him. I don't know if you're getting that, but who knows? Maybe Mars Toys will. The Midnight Collector rides again. I do not know what that means. Again, to be fair, 85 US is pretty much on point with higher scale, 12th scale figures. Mezco Mayfex with InArt, the price seems to be, or the praise seems to be from the sculpts, highly detailed compared to what others have been released. Well, I'm just not in that game. And as I say, it just strikes me as odd that they launched this whole other name, then that name's gone. Now it's InArt 12th scale, like SDCC, ACGHK, all these big things are happening. And they're like, we're just going to do a little event in San Diego and show you some 12th scale figures. Okay. Jaron's also PO'd the Cayman Riders. Oh, and then cancelled. Okay, fair enough. There's a lot. I think you have to be selective because, as I'm experiencing, trying to sell figures is not a fun time. It's not. From Dark Knight Rises, just give me Ra's al Ghul or Nurse Joker. Yeah, I think a lot of people would love Ra's and a Nurse Joker. I feel like we're never getting them. Dr. No is here. Hi, Helen and fellow collectors. Hello to you, Dr. No. I hope you're doing well. Are you actually a doctor? And if so, are you a medical doctor or like a university scholastic doctor? You don't have to answer any of those questions. So as I said, Two-Face review. If you want to check it out. If not, that's fine. There's never any pressure. This is your weekly reminder. One man's hobby. If you like your money and receiving figures, this is potentially not the place for you. I bring this up every week because people still ask the question, is this a good place to buy from? No. The guy's been missing all year. He owes people thousands of dollars, won't give refunds, won't communicate. I'm not going to go into big details, but I leave it in here in case people are new to me and new to the stream. I just keep it in there as a general warning. We've not heard from the guy. His last post has something like 935 comments. Crickets. So, you know, because you're with me each week. But if someone's new, I want you to know that there's so many more better places to buy from because this is not going to be a good time. It's not going to be a good time. I'm speaking from experience. My YouTube nickname for a long time was Midnight Collector Allison. I want to know why you call me Allison and why you think that's my name. I think it's hilarious. Because that's how Miss Allison was born. I don't even know if you know that, but I do think it's hilarious. I don't know what that means, figure in a bubble. Is that some kind of acronym? I don't know. One man's con job. Yeah, it's looking like that, isn't it? My goodness. InArt at SDCC was a little bit disappointing. They always hold back for the Wonderfest event at Shanghai, but Caustic Plastic stole the show. Yeah, I was surprised that they didn't have anything at ACGHK, that they chose to go to San Diego, and I thought at one stage they were potentially going to be exhibiting with someone else, but I guess that didn't happen. A lot of what they do, I don't understand. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the problem. Just to touch on the current pre-order chat. Oh, pre-orders were going to be a topic at the end of the stream, but that's fine. My list is pretty light compared to other years, maybe 15, if that. Nothing has really wowed me to pull the trigger. My bank accounts are happy. Oh, funny that you say that's light, because I have about 15, and that's a lot for me. But I am going to run through everything I've got on PO later, and I'm keen to hear what people have, what they're excited for. But we got newsy news to do as well. I mean, Helen, that's fine. I just didn't know if you knew you were the person who brought life to Miss Allison. Mike's here. Hey, everyone. It's Wang warning time part of the stream. Hope everyone is doing well. Yeah, look, very truncated. But as I said, I include it because if people are new to me and new to the stream, I just want people to know that that's not a good time. It doesn't end well. Miss Batwoman's here. Happy Friday, everyone. Happy Friday to you. Thanks for coming to hang out. Batman Collectibles is here. Evening, Helen. Received my Two-Face the other day. Great figure. It is. I was saying earlier, like, really happy with it. I know some people are saying it's very undersized. I don't think it is. I do think the pants are too long and baggy, but ankle extenders can fix that. But I don't have an issue with the size of the body itself. I personally think it's fine. But it's fantastic, and Mars Toys is super impressive, and I can't wait to get their Bane whenever that releases, and I'm hoping they will continue on with more of these 89 to 97 figures. Like at one point they showed us like a Bruce Wayne Val Kilmer head sculpt. Like I'd be down for that. I'd be down for all that stuff. So amazing. The Figure Hideout has a Kojin Works Joker unboxing video. Yes, I didn't get to see it. I saw he had a video where he was doing like pulling the eyes out with tweezers, which I still find super creepy. But yeah, I do like his reviews. Sharon, don't need to apologize. Multitasking this morning with work and brain glitch. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. Oh, sorry, at PO chat was the end of the stream. No, that's fine. There's no hard and fast rules. Whatever gets us to our 3-hour stream, right? I'm pretty good. I have 17. I'm guessing that's pre-orders. As I say, for me to have double-digit pre-orders is like very not in character. Bobby Dillon, what did you do? Bobby, thank you. Bob Dylan is the nicest guy in collecting. So congratulations to anyone who got gifted a channel membership. Welcome. There's no real benefits at the moment. Keith Lee did suggest virtual pats with Shuri. Maybe. I'm like, could I video like my hand patting Shuri and that could be like a channel video? I don't know. I'll work out some perks at some stage. But Bob, thank you. That's incredibly generous. I appreciate that. Uncarded reviews. I have over 100 figures on pre-order. You only live twice, Mr. Bond. That's a lot of pre-orders. I think I have about 100 figures in my collection, so that's a daunting amount to have on pre-order. I got my Han Solo yesterday. Oh, that's cool. Oh, Jaron, that's very kind. Jaron's also gifted 5 memberships, so thank you. That's so cool. Goodness, it's raining memberships for everyone today. That's crazy. It's blowing up in here. It really is. Thank you both. That is so incredibly generous. I need Bob the Goon from 89. Has someone... I feel like someone kitbashed it. I feel like I did see it. But I don't think it was a company. So... 14 Wellington's here. Hiya. Hiya to you. How are you, 14 Wellington? Oh my goodness, Austin Nicholas is here as well. He's the buffest guy in collecting. Thank you all for the membership. Well, that was either Bob or Jaron. So, but nice to see you in the chat, Austin. I hope you're doing well. I can say my list would cause you headaches, Helen, most of it's Star Wars. Look, I expect that. That's fine. Collect what you like. Bobby the Goat, he is. The Bob Father. Oh, I like that. The Bob Father. That's a cool name. Bob Dylan is always awesome. He is. He's the nicest guy in collecting. Now that we all know who's watching in the background, please hit the like button and subscribe. Well, I mean, I'd appreciate it. It's free. I'm here every Friday trying to keep Fridays alive because, Collectors Unite, I'm assuming, is never coming back at this stage. And I worked out, I think this is like, I've done more than 30 streams now. I didn't realize it was so many, but I'm like in number 30 something of streams. And given I've done most of them on my own and I don't pretend that I know what I'm doing, I'm quietly pretty impressed with myself. Lane follows in kind. He does. That's very generous. AJ's here. Hi, friends. Hope everyone is doing well. How you doing, AJ? I'm well. I hope you are too. Virtual Pats with Shuri will be well worth the membership. I mean, I have to try to get Shuri and pat her and then get maybe my gimbal to be recording it. She's not a touchy-feely gal, but maybe I need to just try to make that happen. Because I did like that idea of a virtual pat as a reward. I want to say you need a live stream intro video, but I don't want to sound demanding. Yeah, look, I think about so many things, and I think that a lot of people do those countdowns, and I feel like if you're watching on a replay, they're annoying. And I also don't know if the free Povo version of StreamYard that I use will let me do that. So I should look into it. I should do something. Yeah, look. 1% improvements. Maybe I will do that. And maybe Shuri could be in the intro video. Okay. All suggestions taken into consideration. Got some people chatting. That's cool. The gifting went better than last time. I did for 1/6 scale cantina last weekend, and it was gifted to me. YouTube fell. Oh, really? Did not get Gregor. We've got a few things to say about Gregor. We do. Hi, Helen. Hello, Blow Dad Life. How are you? We've got Calvin here as well. Hey, Helen. Shout out to Bobby D. He's the truth. He is. He's a cool dude. I hope you're doing well, Calvin. Helen needs a hello compilation intro. Me just doing my hand thing that I do because every time I manage to get this thing live, I feel like it's a celebration. Yeah, I sometimes I watch other people's streams and I'm like, oh, they're so professional. I do not pretend to be professional. I just turn up and jibber jabber all the time. Helen, as much as I enjoyed Collectors Unite and hope that Bretta and Christian are doing well, I very much appreciate that you took it upon yourself to stream weekly. Thanks for keeping it going. You're welcome. I remember jokingly saying to Joelle one week, I was like, if we don't stream, I'm going to unbox Mantis live. And I did. And it was horrible video quality because I was on Wi-Fi, and I appreciate everyone that persevered through that stream. And I thought I would only do it as unboxings, but people kept saying next week, next week, next week. So next week has become 30 something streams. So I'll keep going. Just keep going until some big group of Star Wars fans come and cancels me, basically. Povo, so Australian. Absolutely. It is very Australian. Keith, good morning. I have something in my kit, a couple of things in my Kitbash unboxing section that I think you might be interested in, Keith. In this life, we're only remembered for the problems we cause or the problems we solve. Helen and chat participants, you all appreciate it. Oh, that's lovely. Thank you, Uncarded Reviews. I appreciate everyone who comes and hangs out on a Friday because I regularly get sort of 50, 60 people that come to hang out. And I couldn't do this if it was just me in a room, no interaction, Shuri coming in every now and then. So, yeah, I'm super grateful that so many people come along to hang out and chat with me. It makes it really enjoyable, and I like having that sort of direct line into the community and how people are thinking and feeling about certain things. It's something that I really really enjoy. You should have Christian on sometime. Yeah, I mean, I'd be more than happy for Collectors Unite to come back. I'd have no issue having Christian or Joao come on if that's what they want to do. If they don't want to do something regularly on their channels, if they want to come on here, I'm more than happy to do that. I'd love to have them on. Another shout out to Mr. Dylan. He shoots great figure photography, a true credit to our community. And he's a kit basher extraordinaire. He has been at the end of my SOS messages where it's like, I don't know what to do, or I think I have to do this, but I'm scared. So no, Bob is legitimately the nicest guy in collecting. Hello, friends. Hello, Keith. How are you doing? There are streams that have no intros. Sometimes less is more. Crappy or long intros are annoying. The content and its host is the most important. Yeah, I debate so many things. But as I said, I know that I do get quite a few people that watch on the replay. There's people in Europe and other time zones, and I am kind of mindful of if there's some big 30-second countdown or some big thing, does that get annoying? So I kind of just jump straight into it, to be honest, rightly or wrongly. But maybe there's like a graphic or something I can do at the start. I don't know. I'll have a think about it. Your misbreader, I'll throw a figure against the wall in tribute. Yeah, or hold a vehicle in a suggestive way against your body. But guys, even though we have not a lot of news this week, I'm not one to break with tradition. And if you've watched this stream before, you know the tradition is Star Wars in 60 seconds. I will not budge on that Star Wars in 60 seconds, even in a week when Hot Toys only does 2 things. I will not budge. Shuri has come in. Shuri wants to observe the awesomeness that is Star Wars in 60 seconds. Appreciate your stream, Helen. Thank you, Tremble Dust. So yeah, I don't care that it was a slow news week. I don't do the Star Wars. I don't pretend to do the Star Wars. Shuri, do you do Star Wars? Oh my goodness, I wish you guys could have heard. She did a meow that sounded like, no, you don't do Star Wars either, Sweet Pea. Me neither. So, 60 seconds is on the clock. This is Star Wars in 60 seconds. If it offends people, this is my channel. This is how I roll. I don't make anyone watch this. So 60 seconds. Here we go. This is Clone Commander Gregor. I don't know what that is. And I couldn't even remember this guy's name. That's why I had to put a picture with his name on it, because I was like, I don't know what this is. And frankly, I don't particularly care. And the thing I don't understand about Gregor is this outfit, because part of it is camouflage. Like, oh, I've got to be hidden. Pew, pew, I've got to shoot the people. But then he's got this yellow, which is look at me, look at me. It feels a little bit bipolar, and I don't understand it. Why have you got some camouflage and then some yellow? This just doesn't make sense to me. But I did learn from these photos that he's an outdoorsy kind of a guy. He likes parkour and he enjoys guns. So I wonder if he's American, because guns are a lifestyle, and maybe he's at the Bass Pro Shop getting gun-related accessories and figures to go with his gun, kind of a lifestyle. 60 seconds. I don't know what a Gregor is. Where's Okoye? Where's Okoye? This instead. I don't understand. Make Okoye, please. It's Beams here. I think he got here just in time for my Star Wars in 60 seconds. I hope you enjoyed it. Not to wax philosophical, but the fact that Helen has created a forum for diverse people across the world to gather and interact in real time is pretty awesome. This really is the peak of humanity. Thank you. I'm genuinely surprised how many people watch and from where, because I'm always just like, I'm some like random woman in like Perth, which is like one of the most isolated capital cities in the world. And I go on the internet and talk about a really niche hobby, and I get people in like America, South America, Canada, the UK, Europe. It's crazy to me. It really is. And I feel like I've never really had any issues with like bad eggs in the chat. Like I feel like everyone who's been here has been super cool, really collegiate, like shares fun, like really positive vibes. And I like that. I like that. I have to say, I feel very fortunate with like the little corner of YouTube that I have, and I would much rather have a small like group of sort of people that engage with me and it's a really positive thing than have some big channel and people are hating. And yeah, I just no, it's yeah, I really I felt really odd doing the stream at first, but now I'm like, no, it's cool, I enjoy it. And yeah, I it trips me out. Like I've got maybe like 4 or 5 people in the Netherlands that watch. Like I've got cousin Anthony and Katya and Gilbert, and I think Tyria might be there. It's crazy to me. It really is. It really is. I love this section really, Star Wars in 60 seconds. It's my favorite section too. I understand why Hot Toys cranked out this Gregor since they have the molds for the armor, but at the same time, I kind of wish they would do other one-off characters. Parkour. Well, I mean, it looks like parkour. Dave Filoni is having a seizure right now, and no one around him knows why. These are really fun shots. Like, it was quite interesting, AJ, because I can't think of in recent times other blogger photos that were outside. And the one where he does look like he's doing parkour, like that's impressive. Like you've got the dust, you've got a bit of rubble, like that. Like that's some cool stuff. Like I don't know if he had some, I was going to say a leaf blower, but clearly not a leaf blower, but obviously like a fan or something to do that. Like that's super cool. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Oh my goodness, figure in a bubble. That's so kind. Tim Tam Fund. Well, maybe a few cheeky stroop bubbles. Thank you. Everyone's being so generous tonight. I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you. Isn't Gregor from New Zealand? I don't know. Is he from Russia with a name like that? I don't know Star Wars. I don't know. Tim Tam Fund. Tim Tam Fund. I think that's an amazing thing to have, a Tim Tam Fund. Maybe that could be one of my perks of channel members. Maybe like once every often I pick someone from random and I just send them some Tim Tams. Like would that make you join as a member? And that's a question for everyone. Would that be of interest if like you're in a random draw and you win like a selection of Tim Tams? Yep, just made it in time, and I'm sure you're so glad you tuned in when you did, right? Always the highlight of the stream. Tim Tam Fund, is that a community Tim Tam Fund? I mean, well, it could be. Go fund my Tim Tam addiction. Tremble Dust knows what's up. Justice for Okoye, justice for Wong. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Everyone's being so kind. Helen, you make everyone feel welcome. I don't chat on any other live stream. Thank you for making me feel welcome too. You're welcome. Look, everyone has their approaches to things. I want people to feel involved. I don't want people to be like commenting or asking me stuff and I don't read it because it's not a super chat. Like that's not how I want it to be. So yeah, this is how it will always be. I don't intend on changing anything. Yes, I've never had them. Oh, okay. Well, maybe that could be one of my oh my god, maybe that could be my next subscriber giveaway. Oh my goodness. Maybe that can be because I did the 2.5K giveaway and I had the Hot Toys pins. Maybe the next giveaway could be like a assortment of Tim Tams. Oh my god. I love that idea. Virtual Pats with Shuri and Tim Tams. Oh my God, we're like a think tank now. This is amazing. Everyone's hyped. Everyone's hyped. I look forward to your streams, Helen, and topics you keep you talk about. Keep it going. Well, I mean, I rely a bit on the news, and I mean, I do wonder, like, because other streams have more like not just the news, but they talk about other topics and they have these questions. And I'm like, I don't really know if it works in this format where it's just me. Do people really want me to just gibber on all the time about topics? I don't know. I contemplate so many things. I'm like, should I have regular guests? Should I do this? Should I do that? I don't know. I don't know. So I am totally open to all feedback and suggestions at this stage. Like I'm not, I will consider most things. Helen, the Tim Tam idea just made my day. Do it. Oh my God, everyone's down for Tim Tams. Oh my goodness, Valkyrie, with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Tim Tam Fund. I think you've started something, Figure in a Bubble, with the Tim Tam Fund. I think everybody's going to get on board with the Tim Tam Fund. Gregor is from Commando, like all other clones. I don't know where or what Commando is. Is that like a planet? Is that on Earth? I don't know. It could be a small Aussie care package of snacks. It could be. Oh my goodness, guys, what is going on? AJ, that's so kind. I'll add to the quickly growing fund too. AJ, that's very kind because AJ's already a channel member and he was like one of my first channel members, one of my OGs. So I appreciate that. That's very cool. There are some live streamers who will absolutely not read out chats unless you super chat, which is pathetic. I will not watch those streams as they do not include the viewers. Look, I can understand it if you've got like hundreds of people watching, but I also feel like sometimes I've watched streams and they'll reference like, oh, I've just seen a comment, but then they don't show it on the screen. And like, I'm typically not watching a lot of things live because I am in Australia and it's a 12 to 15 hour time difference with the US. So I'm at work or I'm asleep. So yeah, I don't get it. Cause I'm like, how are you building and fostering like an audience and a community if you just don't like share their views and their voices? Like you maybe like bigger channels can't read everything, but like you could do the highlights, right? Oh my God, Broke Collector. Giveaway shipping fund. Oh my goodness. That is so kind. Broke Collector was like my foundation member, like my first ever person who signed up. My goodness. You guys with the super chats today. I appreciate you. This is like I'm lost for words. Everyone's been so generous. Do we want you to jibber jabber on about topics? Jibber away. Well, I mean, I feel like I can just talk about freaking anything. I just can talk. I'm like, what will I talk about? But then I talk for hours. Tijuana Mike's here. Hello. Happy days, collectors. Happy days to you. I sense a Tim Tam sponsorship in the future in my dreams. There used to be a commercial, Storytime with Helen, on Australian TV. And it was like a genie, like a lamp and a genie. And the person gets 3 wishes. And I remember one of the wishes was, I want a packet of Tim Tams that never runs out. And I've always been like, that's the dream. Packet of Tim Tams that never runs out. That would be the dream. And especially One Man's Hobby, I'm glad I saw that because I nearly ordered. Oh my goodness, but I didn't when I saw you talking about it. So glad. Oh my goodness. And see, this is why I bring it up. Like, I know some people be like, oh my God, she goes on about this every week. But this is why I bring it up because I see, if not weekly, every fortnight, someone, oh, hey, I want to pre-order and is this a good website? Like, I still don't feel that many people spoke about the issue. And I've always said if I can help one person not order through there. So yeah, thank you, Natalie, because actually that makes me feel like all my screenshots and jibber jabbering about William was worth it because the guy he has hundreds of thousands of dollars of people's money in his pocket. And where is he? No one knows. It's really, really disconcerting. Whenever I stream, the chat always motivates me and adds improvised content. It does, absolutely. Oh, S-Beam, that's very kind. Oh my God, everyone's being so generous today. That's so cool. Thank you, S-Beam. Oh my God, the Tim Tam Fund. I feel like I've got so much Tim Tam money. Keep the Tim Tam Fund going. S-Beam, $10 super chat. Thank you. That is so cool. I'm definitely going to do, my next channel giveaway is going to be, I'm going to do, I know the exact box I buy, and I feel like it fits like 7 packets of Tim Tams. So maybe the 5K giveaway, I'll do the packet of Tim Tams. And what I'll even do is if you win, I will tell you what Tim Tam flavors there are, and you can tell me which ones you want. And I will go buy those flavors for you, and I will ship them to you wherever you are. That's so funny. Look what you started, Figure in a Bubble. You started the Tim Tam Fund. It's going off. This is insane. Guys, thank you. We need to talk about Wang as long as that website continues to take orders. It's funny you say that because I haven't heard from them in the longest time. And I did actually email the support again and the mum because I did have her email address. And I actually said that. I actually said, like, what? Let me find the email that I sent. I'm not even joking. I emailed them and I was like, I know I'm not getting my money back, but I'm like, surely you could do something. Because I emailed them because I asked for a refund a number of times and they were just ignoring me. And then at one stage, so this was the 19th of May, Kelly, I think her name is, said, hi, Helen. We're just here to support William because I was asking who she was. We're just here to support William and also want him to do the right thing, deliver customers' orders or refund any orders that he cannot deliver. William has some challenges in his personal life for several months and he has been in a very low mood for a long time. That is the key reason he decided to live in a different place for some time by himself. We're a bit worried about his health and well-being. Regarding your pre-order deposits, we'll send William a message suggesting him to refund you. So this is the 19th of May. I heard nothing. I literally, on Saturday, emailed them. I said, still nothing from your William. Guess I'm never getting my refund, am I? Not sure how this behavior from William can sit well with you, Kelly, and how you can just ignore people reaching out for help. His website is still up and accepting orders that William clearly won't make good on. How can you let that happen? He's defaulted on his payments to Jazz Inc., yet his website is still collecting pre-orders for the Catwoman figure. If you do one thing, you should take down that website so more people don't lose their hard-earned money. William has disappeared with hundreds of thousands of dollars of other people's money and hasn't had the decency to communicate with anyone in more than 2 months. Like, I can post screenshots. I legitimately sent that to them on Saturday because that's my thing. Like, you still got this website. You're still taking pre-orders for Jazz Inc., Catwoman, for artisan figures, for all this stuff. No one's going to get it. I've not heard anyone in a long time say they've gotten anything from William. At all. One man's hobby, take your money and run. Yeah, I think that is the hobby. I think where is he? Oh, yeah, I can just hear that in the Bale voice. Very cool. Not to go off topic, but I gotta say I'm proud of you, Helen, keeping the Star Wars image up as long as you have. I think we're wearing you down. Absolutely not. But I love that everybody thinks they're going to be the person to convince me to watch the Star Wars. But it's funny because, like, Cousin Anthony, he's like, no, people don't understand. Oh, my God, and Cousin Anthony's here. Cousin Anthony, I was just explaining how I think you're the only person who realizes, like, how much joy I get in being defiant about the Star Wars. You just missed it. You just missed it. It was beautiful. It was the best ever. About this guy. I've already forgotten his name. You're most welcome. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Master Darcy. More Tim Tam funds. Guys, this is insane. I think I've set some kind of super chat record for one of my streams. $9.99 super chat. Thank you so much. This is insane. We're going to do a Tim Tam giveaway on the channel. I'm a woman of my word. I 100% promise that we will do this. Cousin Anthony, welcome to the weekend. I'm ready for 60 seconds. I'm sorry. You're going to have to watch it on the replay. Because, yeah, God, we've had this picture up for way too long. We absolutely have. Because, to just maintain all the excitement from clone what's his chops. We got this. Stealth Ironman version 2.0 Mark III. And look, it's a cool looking figure. I'm not going to say it's not a cool looking figure. I just don't know how broad the appeal is for some of these Iron Man suit SKUs. Because we have the normal versions, we've had the die-cast versions, we're probably going to get a suit-up version of this. I don't know. Yeah, we're totally going to have a Tim Tam giveaway. I feel like it'll be like my 5K subs, maybe, which is super ambitious. Or maybe I'll do it as a Christmas thing, because that will be quicker. Maybe I'll do it as a Christmas thing. We'll work it out, but I've committed. It's on the stream. There will be a Tim Tam giveaway. I believe his name was Commander Duck Dynasty. Yeah, maybe. It could have been. I mean, it's been, a couple of weeks since the last Iron Man we were due. I mean, yeah. Oh my goodness, Iron Cash Grab. That is hilarious. That is very funny. Ash is here. Hello. What up, plastic crackheads? Release the Wolverine. Ash, I literally said at the start of the stream when you weren't here, I said, I feel like Ash hasn't been here for a couple of weeks, and I think he's looking for Wolverine. And if you don't believe me, you can watch the replay at the end, because I totally said that. And happy Saturday to you, Ash. How you doing? So yeah, this blue stealth Iron Man, as I say, does it look interesting? Sure. Is this for a lot of people? I don't necessarily know that it is. But we're showing it because in a week that is starved of newsy news, we show the breadcrumbs that we are given by the hot toys, by the Howie claws. This is a hot take. Anthony says, I believe Helen gets off the stream and practices posing her Star Wars figures while watching a New Hope and Empire movie marathon. I get off the stream and I put my pajamas on and I go to sleep. That is legit what I do. I think the only ever Star Wars pose I've done, and I don't even know if it was a Star Wars pose, was when I went to America and Bob Dylan asked me to hold a lightsaber in a Walmart to take a photo for Joao. And I think I did a little bit of a pretending I was some kind of Jedi something master. That's where it starts and ends. Justice for Wolverine, justice for a lot of figures. Oh, Soldier House are in the middle of moving. That's fair enough. That's a big time commitment. Yes, Helen, a Tim Tam Christmas or the Grinch style Tim Tams. Do you know what's funny? And I didn't say this in my review, but when I did my Two-Face unboxing, and this is going to tie into the comment, trust me. I know I go off on a lot of tangents, but with the neutral Two-Face sculpt, I have it near me, but I'm too lazy to grab it. And I was saying how, I liked the smiling sculpt a lot better, and there was something about the neutral sculpt that just didn't do it for me. I realized the next day, the neutral sculpt reminds me of the Grinch. And I said it to one person. They were like, oh my God, I see it. And I didn't put it in my review because I didn't want to wreck it for people, but now I'm wrecking it for people on the stream, so apologies. But I do think there's something about the mouth on that neutral Two-Face sculpt that reminds me of the Grinch. And that's why I can never use it. I got notification from my local shop that my Batfleck 2.0 is arriving next week. Oh, that's cool. That's super cool. She held a saber from the Acolyte, and the next day the second season was cancelled, just saying. And this is why I keep trying to say to people, Bob, you don't want me in your Star Wars. I'm going to burn it all to the ground. You actually want to keep me away. If you love it, and you want it to be preserved. You don't want me involved. Jedi Master Shiro and Jedi Master Shuri. I'm pretty sure Shuri is a Jedi Master. Just saying. I'm torn on that Deadpool Wolverine. Of course, I ordered it, but I've gotten 3 figures in the last month or so. And if another comes out soon, my wallet will actually follow through on that Dear John letter. Oh, goodness. Yeah, some people like the payment plans, though. That's not an option here. But yeah, I can understand that. I honestly don't know what I would do if I had like 4 POs at once. I think that's never happened to me. Stealth Iron Man looks great. I know a lot of Iron Man collectors would love this for their Hall of Armor. Me, personally, I'm good. Yeah, and that's what I think. I think Iron Man collectors, they're in for a penny, in for a pound. For general collectors, I don't really know if there's a strong allure to get suits like this. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I've got a few Iron Men and I look at figures like this. I'm like, oh, okay, it's interesting, it's cool, but I'm not like, oh my god, I need Stealth Iron Man 3 2.0. The series wasn't great, but I'm surprised Hot Toys hasn't released an Ironheart figure. Really? I did not expect them to release anything from Ironheart. I thought that was just not good. I could say a lot more, but it's not good. Excuse me, it's not. I think we now know when like Disney Plus drops like a Marvel thing in one go or in batches like that, that's not a good sign, because it's the same with Echo. It was like, oh, that was very forgettable. Oh my goodness, use your words. 12-inch Moose Stream is here. Hello. Hello, community of collectors. Fractal Iron Man is out for delivery. Han, Spider-Man with Osborne Tank, Wanda Artisan Shift. Oh, you've got quite a bit coming in. I'm just waiting for my endgame Wanda to arrive one day. Oh, Cousin is the Grinch that stole Star Wars Acolyte Season 2. Yeah, I'll own that. I did. The photo proof is on my Instagram somewhere. Hello, Ermin. Sister shout out all the way from Malaysia as always. Oh, that's cool. Welcome. I was just saying earlier, it trips me out where everyone's located, but that's cool. Hope you're doing well. I have a lot of Deadpools to get as I am so behind, so I'll start buying again when the new job starts. That is fair enough. Sith Helen, she gatekeeps all the Star Wars. Do I? Winman42 is here. Hello. Good day, folks. Watching on the phone in the VA hospital waiting room. Yeah, for free Wi-Fi. Oh, I hope you're okay. Hospital waiting room doesn't sound fun. So I hope everything's okay with you, Winman42. Master Darcy says, I got my Artisan Wanda yesterday. Did you order her? Curious if you have any artisans and what your thoughts are so far. I did not order Artisan Wanda. I did think about it because 1/6 Kit got some stock and it hung around for a little while. I'm getting the sculpted one. I don't have any artisans yet, but I do have the Artisan Winter Soldier on pre-order. And I got that because I wanted to get the new stealth suit Steve Rogers, Captain America. And I felt like I needed, before I could order that, when they said we're doing an upgraded Bucky, I was like, well, I didn't want to have the old Bucky and then a new Steve. So I bit the bullet and pre-ordered the Artisan. I went through a reseller. It's the first time I've ever pre-ordered a hot toy through a reseller. So how is that going to go? I don't know. I paid the minimum deposit amount. I'm nervous about it. I hope I don't come to regret it. But I wanted a new Bucky. So yeah. But I did debate Wanda. I did debate it, but I got the sculpted one. And I'm hoping it arrives from pop culture soon, but knowing my luck, it will take a while. Jedi Master, you mean Space Wizard? I don't know what I mean. No drama, just a hip x-ray. Okay, well, I hope your hip is okay. I liked Ironheart, but yeah, wasn't expecting figures from the show. Yeah, I did not enjoy the show. I did not expect any figures because I also feel like the Disney Plus shows don't tend to get a lot of figures. I feel like we got a couple from WandaVision, a couple from Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but there's a lot that haven't. So I didn't really expect us to get anything from Ironheart, so we'll see. I'm waiting for Hot Toys Beetlejuice to be released. I've got Artisan Jack and I love that figure. Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. So let's move on from Blue Iron Man. Here's some more pictures. Why did I put so many pictures of Blue Iron Man? I don't know. Cool poses. I do think the suit is cool, as I said. I just don't know that this has a broad appeal. Maybe I'm wrong. Speaking of things that I don't know have a broad appeal, I have no idea. InArt is clearly in the well. Michael Jackson, second figure, second suit, Smooth Criminal. Michael Jackson just does not interest me. I know there's a lot of people who think he's the musical GOAT. I can't look past all the other stuff. Yeah. Loki show got a few. Kate Bishop. Yeah, I mean, but like Hawkeye didn't get a figure. We got nothing from Ms. Marvel. We got nothing from Agatha, which I wasn't expecting. Nothing from Echo, which I wasn't expecting. Secret Invasion. And even with Secret Invasion, I could have totally pictured them using that as an excuse to do a new Nick Fury. And I kind of thought maybe they would have done that with the Marvels as well. But yeah, I just don't feel like they do a lot. And even like the What If line, like a lot of those figures are like bargain bin figures now. So yeah, I just don't think we do. Helen, I'm shocked. I don't even know what I said. Lolat musical GOAT. I've seen people say that, like, oh, he's the GOAT. And I'm like, one, I feel like that's a sport term, but two, I'm like, is he? Like, I'm not saying he didn't have good music, 100% had some great music, but I can't ignore all the other stuff. Maybe that's just me. Secret Who Invasion, what? That's a thing? You mean you don't want an Emilia Clarke that has every Marvel superpower as a figure? You don't want that? Maybe no one wants that. But anyway, InArt, they're doing another Michael Jackson figure because that I don't care about. Yeah, look. I'm sure everyone is so shocked when I'm indifferent to something because it's just not the way I am. As I said, they're making a whole bunch of Michael Jackson things, and it's one of the few things they have a global license for. So I guess that fills their heart with joy, that fills their cup with money or whatever. That's fine. That's fine. The figure looks fine. I have no issues with it. I also have no strong, oh my God, it's the best head sculpt ever. I love this outfit. This week was such a nothing burger in my eyes. Really. It's a struggle. So this is the sculpt. As it is, you've got rooted hair. I think when I looked up on the Pop Culture website, this was like 800 Australian dollars, I think. Am I right? Let me check because, you know, sometimes we try to be factual on the old Helen stream. This is the other thing. Do you think I should give my stream a name? Because I don't have a name, and I'm like, should I have a name? What would the name be? I don't know. Yeah, no, it is. It's 800 Australian dollars. So what is that for other people? It's like 515 US. It's 450 euro. It's 390 Great British pounds. 800 Australian dollars. Just no. Just not from me. And here he is. He's got a hat. If you want him wearing the hat, this is what the head sculpt looks like with the hat. When Man42 says Prince is the GOAT. In my honest opinion, Gig looks great, but not in my lane. I think that meant to be Fig. I think I only have 2 figs of real people, Bruce Lee and Prince. Oh, cool. Yeah, that's my thing. Like, I was saying this before that, like, even musicians of interest to me, like Elvis, like, it just doesn't fit in with the scope of my collection. But as I said, I would love to know. I would love to know how the figure, like how many they sold of the other Michael Jackson figure. I'd be so interested to know because even with this Harry Potter line, they're going super deep into. I'd be so interested to know like how many are they selling because it sounded like the Harry and the Ron, we got that sense of not a great deal, and they're still going with that line. So I would love to know like how many units are being produced. I don't care about MJ. I'm getting all the Deadpools. Nothing's changed. You know what? You could get this outfit. You could get this figure and put the outfit on Deadpool, and then you could get like the Woo Studio light background, and you could have Michael Jackson Deadpool giving a concert. Mind blown. Shuri just came running into the house, and I don't know what she's done. I've been a huge MJ fan since I watched Moonwalker in middle school. That's fair enough. He has a lot of fans. I know that. Yeah. Oh, justice for Green Hornet and Kato. Hell of a stretch, but I can dream. I feel like I saw custom figures of those today. Where was it? Where was it, Shuri? Was it in Kitbash's kitchen or somewhere else? I can't remember. Doing Michael Jackson is a smart marketing decision, even if it doesn't appeal to everyone. I think for them, any license they can get globally is a good decision in their eyes. Helen, I like Amelia Clark. Maybe not all of her roles, but I wouldn't say no if Hot Toys gave us one. Then again, I could probably, if Hot Toys does her character from that show, I guess it was that you mentioned. Oh my God, did I even read that out correctly? I don't know. I feel like I'm just not getting words out. Helen, that does sound cool. It does. It's an amazing It's an amazing suggestion. You should totally do that. I hope InArt does a 6-scale version of Bruce Lee. I mean, I think a Bruce Lee with like a seamless body would be really cool. And I mean, I think that would have a lot of appeal. Like globally, I think that would have a lot of appeal. Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan, there's probably a whole bunch of cool martial artists they could do. This MJ does look good. Can you actually do the lean pose with this? Well, they showed it because I think the stand has like some foot pegs in it. But I don't trust that with time, gravity's not going to take over. So I would not be leaving it like this because we know a few jokers have taken a tumble. But they have got like some of these like poses that they've got like with the dance moves and stuff. Like they do. They look cool. They do look really nice. Tremble Dust says, yeah, I'm not big on figures on musicians. However, that Kurt Cobain looked great. Also a Bob Marley and a Jimi Hendrix. I think there was a Jimi Hendrix that was made. I'm trying to remember who made it, but I feel like someone did do a Jimi Hendrix. I have Kurt Cobain. Wow. The Enter Bay one, I've seen that. It's really cool. It's a very cool figure. Every InArt figure does the lean pose. You're not wrong. Figure it out. You're absolutely not wrong. I thought InArt said they were doing 6-scale Bruce Lee. Did they show a 12-scale prototype? Well, I mean, all they showed last week was 12-scale stuff. So I don't know. I don't know what InArt's doing. I can't work them out. I said the same thing, great minds. Great minds, Aussie minds. But yeah, look, Michael Jackson. I just can picture that just then he's just going to end up face planting down. Yeah, I think that's a pose for photos. And that's it. I wouldn't be leaving that figure like that, not unless you had Like, potentially you could use some, like, fishing line and maybe, like, loop it through, like, if the pants have, like, loops for, like, a belt, and maybe secure it to your cabinet, because nobody wants damage to paint on a nose of a figure. 12-inch moose dream test. Who's testing? What's testing? Am I testing? Something's testing. I need to buy the Bob Marley as a gift for my sister if I can find it. Oh, okay. If anybody's got any leads, help Winman out. A Bruce Lee from Enter the Dragon would be amazing. He had multiple looks in that movie, and they need to do seamless. Yeah, I agree. I think if you're going to do it seamless, because was it Caustic Plastic as well that did those Jean-Claude Van Damme Bloodsport figures? I'm testing my memory because it is 11:30 p.m., but I feel like they were seamless and looked really nice. So it can be done. It can be done. Stream name the Shiro Slam. Maybe. Because it works for Tim Tam and also because I love basketball. So that could work. The MJ would need magnetic ankles with that magnetic base and a good warranty. Yeah, I don't know. From what I saw of the base, it did look like it had 2 foot pegs built into it. So I don't know if that means it doesn't have the magnets. I'm not entirely sure. There was no Bruce Lee prototype shown at the SDCC fan event last week. And this is what gets me. InArt's posted nothing of their event, their own event, not photos, not a video, not nothing. I've posted a mild comment and YouTube blocks it. Oh, okay. I don't know what that's about. Call your show second take. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Yeah, it was Caustic who were doing Bloodsport. I have it on pre-order. Love figures from 80s and 90s. Okay, so I did remember correctly. Thank you. Figure it out. I appreciate that. So as I said, Michael Jackson doesn't come with a heck of a lot. And as I said, you can see on the side of the base, there are those 2 little, to me, they look like foot pegs. If they're not, apologies, but I've assumed that with like that leaning pose, is that the situation that you can, like with like smaller action figures, they have those little stands with the foot pegs and you can sit them in to be secure. That's what I interpreted that to be. If I'm wrong, apologies. I didn't look into this a lot because, as I said, this week just felt like a big lot of nothing burgers. But this guy does not come with a lot for $800. You get a microphone, you get a very small wooden base, you get some hands, you get a hat. I know it's got the rooted hair, and I know some people love that. I don't know, Australian dollars. I do live in Australia. I know some people get upset that I use my currency, but it's like, I'm in Australia. Like, I know Australian dollars. But even, what was it? 800 Australian dollars is what? One moment, please. It's like 514 American dollars. Like, you can't. I just don't feel like I would do it for the price, even if I liked Michael Jackson, if I'm honest. InArt is doing Bruce Lee in both scales. I've got the So-So Toys, Bowie, Bob Marley, and Prince. They're very well done. Caustic Plastic did Jimi Hendrix, but the head sculpt is atrocious. Oh, really? If I were to go down the Michael Jackson rabbit hole, I prefer the 25th Motown anniversary special. Well, at this stage, you're probably going to get every look for Michael Jackson at this rate from InArt. Even last week, people were suggesting a whole bunch of other looks they could do, and there was about 5 or 6, and I went, actually, they probably could really go down the rabbit hole. The pegs in the floor are exactly how MJ actually did lean on the stage. He clipped his shoes into pegs. Oh, really? I clearly know nothing about this. Everyone's shocked. I've been getting errors when posting comments in the chat. Really? Had to resend a few times for them to go through. Oh, really? I don't know. I'm hoping that's a YouTube issue and not something in my settings because I've not really changed anything in my stream. You're the follow-up to the show. You're the follow-up show to the show you replaced. Okay, maybe. Caustic Plastic are doing a lot of stuff. Martial arts. I want them to do the 5 CD Venoms from the Shaw Brothers martial arts movies from the 70s. I have no idea what that is. Apologies. Australia is between 65 to 70 cents on the dollar. I wish it was 70 cents. We've only just reached up back into 65 recently. I feel like for a long time we were in the low 60s, which is not a fun time. Like when we're in the 75s to 8, like 75 to 80, that's like happy days, but it's been so pathetically low. It's been very depressing. Yeah, we pay way more. People don't believe you till you show proof. Well, I mean, that's why when I did my Armory unboxing, I knew someone's going to be like, that's not $1,000. And I'm like, it was in Australia. So I literally posted a screenshot from the pop culture website to go, it was $1,000. Don't at me. I don't care. Apparently YouTube doesn't like me abbreviating Michael Jackson to the 2 letters. Oh, really? I wouldn't have thought that's an issue. Who would get upset for someone using denomination used in their own home country? Well, I mean, probably the same people that got upset at Costa for using millimeters in his tutorial videos. People get hung up on interesting things. It's an interesting world. Stream Duck. No, his name is Quacky Chan. His name, the duck, is Quacky Chan. I named him. But Quacky Chan and Darth Allison and Shuri, don't forget Jedi Shuri, are moderating the stream. No, because Quacky Chan has his face on the thumbnail for the streams. It's like my logo, a cute little picture of Shuri, and Quacky Chan. That's his name. Quacky Chan. I have the same issue with my chats being deleted. It must be a YouTube issue. Oh, odd. Apologies. It's definitely not me. Benjamin says a live stream show titled Take 2, a second thought. Okay. Getting some suggestions. Thank you, everyone. Aaron's here. Hello, Aaron. I ordered the Smooth Criminal MJ because of the Michael Jackson Moonwalker video game and many days playing that with my best friend. Oh, that's cool. I've never actually played that game. I think I might have it on a Raspberry Pi console, but I've never played it. Deadly Venoms, they were also known as the Venom Mob. They were several actors who did a lot of great action movies like 5 Deadly Venoms, Crippled Avengers, Masked Avengers, Kid with the Golden Arm. I still don't know what they are. I'm sorry. Smack my head at millimeters. You get made because someone uses a unit of measurement majority of the world uses. Yeah. You get mad, I think that should say. Yeah, and I'm like, millimeters are so much more precise, like 3/32 of an inch. What does that mean? 12 millimeters is a very precise measurement. Caustic Plastic is so awesome. Definitely that crow is replacing my sideshow one. Then I can pose Brandon Lee with Bruce Lee from Enter the Dragon by Hot Toys. Oh, that's cool. That's a lovely display idea. I like that. I thought at first chat was set to have a delay between responses, but usually you get the timer to when you can send a text. This just says error. Oh, I don't know any of this stuff, guys. Apologies. I feel like that's enough Michael Jackson, yeah? Maybe call it my 2 senses. Love your show, friendly and simple. Thank you. Everyone's got a thing about like the number 2. Is that because it's me and Shuri? Because it's me and Miss Allison? I don't know. One moment, please. People are still coming to work when they shouldn't because it's still winter. I got to listen to someone sniffle all day. I'm not impressed. If I get unwell, I'll be really annoyed. But I thought, given the lack of news, let's talk about what do we have on pre-order. So I've put together my pre-order list, but I'm keen to know a couple of things. How many figures do you have on pre-order? Is there a particular figure you are anticipating the most from that pre-order list? Is something on the way? Have you just been given a final invoice? I don't know. As I said to you, I have 14 or 15, I think it's 14 now figures on pre-order. That's a lot for me. I feel like traditionally I have less than 5, but I think with particularly all the Batman 89 to 97 figures that are coming out, the list has gotten a little bit big. So I thought I'd give you guys a little bit of look into what is on pre-order for me and Shuri, but not Allison, because you know, if you know, you know. Endgame Scarlet Witch. I'm hoping this is the next thing that arrives for me. I even took the Age of Ultron Scarlet Witch out of my display. I'm trying to sell it. Lol, it's not going well. So in theory, this should be the next figure I receive. And I can't wait because I had been hunting down the Civil War version for the longest time. She was going for something crazy like 750 Australian dollars in the secondary market. And even then it would be like, oh, but the jacket's flaking or it's got this problem. And I'm like, really? And you're trying to sell it for $750? So I'm glad I waited. Patience paid off. So I'm hoping Wanda is the next figure to arrive. That would be delightful. Ramstein, I went from 8 to 40. Wow, that's a big jump. 12-inch Moose Dream has 27 on Sideshow and 2 on Pop Culture. Oh, interesting. Go the Pop Culture. Only the Wolverine. Oh. I think I have about 10. I just PO'd Big Chap yesterday and I plan on POing the Fantastic 3 soon. That's cool. The Shaw Brothers Studio specialized in martial art films. Shock no Chinese manufacturer has done 6-scale figures as they were super popular. Still are. Oh, okay. I do not know. Pre-order list, 6-scale and 8 scale? Really? 10. I was going to ask if it was Star Ace, and that was genuine because I remember before I knew a lot about 6-scale, Star Ace got the license for Arrow and Flash, but then made like 8th or 9th scale statues. It was odd. But I feel like they do some odd scales, so... Master Darcy says, I hope they do WandaVision 2.0 Artisan with seamless arms. I don't know about that, but if you are prone to kit bashing, I know some people are, some people aren't. I'm pretty sure some people have done a mod to make the WandaVision to use like a seamless upper body. So it can be done if you feel so brave. Benjamin's waiting for Unmasked Wolverine. Hono Studios Unmasked Wolverine next week. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. So Wanda, top of my PO list. I hope she's coming soon. Batman Returns. He's in the window, theoretically, which we know, take it with a pinch of salt, that he, in theory, should be releasing soon. I would love him to release soon. But I don't know. But I am actually, of the things that I have on pre-order that have not been released, I think this might be really up there with like the one I'm most anticipating. I've got the deluxe version on order, and part of me is really keen. This is going to sound so sad for the diorama base, because I feel like the 89 to 97 collection needs to move. It's probably going to move into the garage shelf. And I was thinking maybe I might put the bigger gargoyle diorama in the main display and then use the smaller base that comes with this figure with the Batmobile and the 89. I don't know. But also, could I use this sculpt to upgrade the one on my Mars Toys Mr. W? Maybe. Have many thoughts. So I think that adds into why I am very eagerly awaiting this one. P.O. Keaton Batman Returns Deluxe. Me too. Superman and Crypto. I need to order Scarecrow too. Bank Robber Joker is tempting. We think alike, Blurred Dad, because I have Deluxe Returns and I have Scarecrow. So yeah, all good choices there. Miss Batwoman, I have 2 on PO, Black Widow from Iron Man 2 and Yelena from Thunderbolts, the sisters. Very cool. Yeah, that I am keen to see how that Artisan Black Widow comes out. I think I'm hoping it'll be really good. Nice choices. I have Yelena on PO as well. Dr. No says I have 6 pre-orders so far, 4 InArt, 2 pop costume. Endgame Wanda's being delivered for me today. Oh, Keith, I'm very jealous. Very jealous. I have no idea when it's going to arrive. I feel like Pop Culture got a shipment on the 30th of July, and they originally had on the Icon, who's the distributor website, that Wanda was going to be the 30th of July, but that felt very ambitious. It felt like it was way too quick. So I feel like it's maybe going to be like an end of August situation. But even then, I'd be stoked. As long as she doesn't take 6 months like the DX33, then I'll be happy. 12-inch Moose Dream would like a Hono Hulk to go with his Wolverine Tiger suits. That's fair enough. Han Solo is coming home to Jaron tomorrow. That's cool. Natalie, I've got 3 on pre-order at the moment, and I'll be getting Terminator Battle Damage 2.0 clean version. Nice. Very cool. I've got 13 figures now in total. Is that 13 Han Solos or 13 something else? Batman 2.0 and Hono Wolverine awaiting shipping notice. So Toys Blade, Artisan Black Widow, Artisan Battle Damage Spider-Man, Doctor Doom, X-23, Stealth Cap 2.0, Gong Studios, Gru, Despicable Me 4. Oh, what, Gru? Really, Gru? That's so cool. I didn't even realize someone was doing a Gru. That's very cool. Miss Allison, I've just ordered Ponda Baba. It sounds like a kind of bubble tea. Ponda Baba sounds like a bubble tea. Waiting to see if I can pair Artisan Harley and Artisan Winter Soldier. That's fair enough. Blue Tattoo's here. Hello, everyone. Hello to you, Blue. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for coming by. Mad Planet has 25 on PO. Okay, we got some big numbers here. So number 2, Batman Returns Deluxe. Super excited for a number of reasons. This is the one that has the mixed feelings. Jazz Inc., Catwoman, Clean DX. You guys know how I feel about this. We're in August. We've seen a picture of a body, literally a silicone body, not even a body with an outfit or anything, nothing from the factory. And why did I get a DX with all these head sculpts? What am I going to do with them? I don't even know. But she's on pre-order, and of course, I therefore hope she is good. But I literally don't know what I've ordered, because I've ordered based on a prototype that is made by expensive customizers, not a sample from a factory in China. So who knows what I might get. Jazz Inc. is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you'll get. Can we make that their... That could be their new, like, slogan. Instead of, like, for collectors, it could be Jazz Inc. is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you will get. I feel like it's a bit like that. Blurred Dad Life, 27 POs, 4 coming from pop culture. Oh, I'm loving all the people buying from pop culture. That's so cool. Ponda is an alien from ANH. Obi-Wan gives him some arm surgery. Why didn't Obi-Wan help Darth Vader when he had his back injury and he had to do Pilates? This is also confusing. Also, George Clooney Batman. Whoever thought this would be a thing Hot Toys would make? I certainly never thought. These are figures I would pre-order, but I've decided I want all the movie Batman figures from the 80s/90s. So George is coming home. And if George is coming home, then Chris O'Donnell's coming home. And I do really like this suit for Robin. Like, I do like it a lot more than the one we saw from Batman Forever. I like that this figure has a little bit more in the way of accessories, which is cool. The first one didn't come with a lot. I really do wish they would make Batgirl, though. I feel like they would do something sneaky and make... Is it ice suits for the 3 of them? And I'm like, no, I don't want to rebuy the 2 boys to get a Batgirl that matches. But Mars Toys, if you are listening, make the Batgirl. That would be absolutely amazing. It would make me so happy. Mike says, I'm seeing the light at the end of the tunnel with only 2 POs. Wow. I think you're the lowest number so far. Don't jump on me, Jazz Inc. fandom. I'm curious, concerned about the Catwoman. I'm really hoping it turns out great. Well, you're not the only one, Batman Collectibles. I really thought by now we would have seen something, but we have not seen anything. And in theory, this thing's meant to be coming out in Q1. Like Yost on the last stream, I saw him. I think he said maybe October we'd see some photos. And I'm like, less renders, more actual photos of the stuff would be great. Doc Bat, hello. You got 2 deluxe Batman 92. He's got Scarecrow, Jazz Inc. Clean, and Battle Damage Catwoman. Wow, okay, that's a big commitment. Artisan Bank Robber, Clooney Batman, Joaquin Phoenix Joker, InArt Superman, and 2 MJs. That's a lot. Clooney Batman is that AI. Mike, don't be like that. We all have our secret shame. For some people, it's buying a Clooney Batman. For other people, it's eating orange chocolate. But we don't judge. We don't judge in this room. I forgot all about Robin. I really like this Robin. I think it's really cool. Bob Dylan FOMO'd me into the Catwoman. That's okay. Bob Dylan FOMO'd me into a $1,000 armory. So I get it. I think Bob is the biggest influencer in collecting, just quietly. I have the Mr. Freeze from Hot Toys Sideshow ordered, but I hate the Batman and Robin movie. I guess I have to get Clooney and Chris O'Donnell. Yeah, look, and I get it, and I know some people I've spoken to have felt very torn. Like, the figures look cool, but I absolutely hate the movie. And I get it. I rewatched the movies last year, and it was an interesting process because I felt like Batman Forever was not as bad as I remembered. And I definitely think Val Kilmer was a better Batman than what I originally thought he was, or since I last seen the movies. But Batman and Robin was just not good. It really wasn't. So I get that. It's just, for me, I'm like, I made that decision that I was going to collect the 89 to 97 line, and as much as the movies weren't great, I do think the suits were very cool. I mean, that was the MO, right? Make the toyetic, let's sell merch. So visually spectacular, but the story, the movie is ultimately not amazing. Jazz Inc. seated Keaton Batman looks average. Now. It's the most accurate, real to scale, you know the phrases. You know the phrases. Benjamin's got the Batman, the animated blue shaded Batmobile / realistic Batman, Tumblr, 86 Batmobile, Catwoman, Penguin, and some Exo 6 figures. We don't judge #orange chocolate. You know I had to bring it up. Bob is the biggest influencer for getting Hot Toys She-Hulk figures. I think Bob is a big influencer in everything. Like, Bob has no YouTube channel, but I think he has significantly more influence than a lot of other people in the hobby. But he's also the nicest guy in collecting. Quietly, Bob Dylan is the enabler in chief. Not quietly, it's a fact. It's absolutely a fact. I'd like Hot Toys to do a Robin 2.0 in Batman Forever because I didn't pick him up. Natalie, I call myself a figure concierge because I like to connect people to the things they want to buy. The Batman Forever Robin is still up on Pop Culture and it's discounted. I think it's like 299 Australian dollars, which in the UK is, God, not much. Literally, it wouldn't be much. How much is it? $2.99 in Great British pounds. It's like 145 Great British pounds. So he's there. #figure concierge. I connect people to things they don't know are still available. So yeah, if you want him, Pop Culture is your friend. Helen, tread lightly on those jazz comments. It's fine. I'm just gonna call it how I see it, and I stream my opinions. If people don't like it, I stand by what I say, Shuri. I sure do. I'm no sycophant to any brand. As the Catwoman is their first major 6-scale figure, they can't afford to drop the ball on final release. I know. I totally get that. But they keep showing us renders and photos of other things, but the one thing that is close to release, we have seen nothing on. They were still, when the pre-orders went up, they were still, we need to work out the body and the fabric and the this and the that. And I'm like, then why are you opening up pre-orders? Like, did you rush pre-orders out because you got spooked because of the Eternal Toys Catwoman? I don't know, Shuri. It perplexes me too, sweetie. Shuri's got a lot to say. I wish you guys could hear her. If it's any consolation, I influence myself too often. That's okay, Bob. We forgive you. We love you. Speaking on Exo 6 Reel, I think I'm done with them. Saw announced Garrus? No, I don't know. I don't do the Star Trek Wars stuff. But 12-inch Mysterium is right. Bob Dylan don't change. Absolutely. We don't want you to change at all. Oh, Ash, Jazz Inc. sucks. Come at me. People can like who they like. It's fine. I don't understand blind loyalty to particular brands. And I think some people are not objective. That's fine. That's fine. Goodness, where am I? The figure hideout has a J&D. Yeah, no, someone mentioned that video because I saw a reel that he posted where he was putting the eyes in with tweezers, which still freaks me out. It's a lot. Apologies, as Trek can be considered similar to Star Wars chat-wise. I'll go sit in the corner. Yeah, I call it Star Wars Trek Gate. It's all the same to me. But I do like upsetting Star Wars fans by saying like Star Trek character names and pretending they're in Star Wars. That really triggers people and it cracks me up. My pre-order list, let's keep going. So you're not shocked. Mr. Freeze Deluxe, because if you can buy Deluxe, I will personally always choose to buy Deluxe. Do I think I'm ever going to display him with these jumbo wings? Probably not. I don't know that I really trust having this elevated on a flight pole. I think this is going to be a chunky figure. I don't want it to fall. I don't want it to get damaged. But as I said, I wanted the deluxe, and I actually did like the base that came with the deluxe. It had a bit of a nicer diorama base with the deluxe version, so that's the one we went with. So all the things, and rounding out my Batman and Robin, the Bane. I did order the Mars Toys Bane. I did also get the add-on seamless arms. So I did think it was cool that Mars Toys gave you the option to not buy them if you didn't want to. So I did think it was cool that they weren't forcing that on everyone. So I did get the Bane and the seamless swap-out arms. Because someone's doing a Poison Ivy. Mars Toys has said they're doing one. Jazz Inc. has said they're doing one. I kind of wondered if Hot Toys would do one, given they've done Mr. Freeze. I don't know, but someone's giving us Ivy. So I went all in and I got Bane. So I have no idea when he's expected to release. It's fine. I've got the third-party Penguin and Catwoman. I'm perfectly happy with them. I may be silly, but I don't need perfection. Average person doesn't know the difference between InArt, Jazz Inc. Hot Toys. Yeah, I have the Eternal Toys Penguin that cousin Anthony gave me very kindly, and I'm super happy with it. I definitely feel like I want to swap out the top hat. I like it. I'm still waiting to see what happens with that Catwoman before I pre-order anything else with Jazz Inc. I'm not dropping and the NRD on the Penguin is so much more than what it was with the Catwoman figure. Like, I feel like with the Catwoman figure it was maybe like $65, whereas the Penguin is a lot more, and I'm like, until you release something, I don't feel comfortable giving you a second PO. So we'll see. But as I said, the Eternal Toys one I was really impressed with. I really liked it. Batman Collectibles is also getting that Bane. Very cool. Very cool. I think you're on the money with this Moose Dream. Like, people have said that the Catwoman from Eternal Toys is not great, but the Penguin is very good. And I have to say, when I saw pictures of them together, the scaling didn't even look right. Like, there should have been more of a height difference between the two. So I don't know if Catwoman is undersized or Penguin is oversized. But the Penguin is really great. I'm super happy with it. Bob Dylan is not a big influencer. He's a great guy with distinction. I can't stand him joking. Lol. Akira's here. I'm late, but better late than never. Absolutely. Better late than never always. You did miss Star Wars in 60 seconds, if that is the reason you're here, so apologies. Figure It Out says, I have the Eternal Toys Penguin, and for the price it's not bad. The plugged in hair is the main letdown. The hair needs to be worn to cover it up. Yeah, look, the hair was not great. For me, like, if you've got the top hat on and you kind of I used the coat to cover it a bit. Like, I know the top you could see kind of where the hair was rooted, but again, I feel like if you've got the hat on, and I guess that's maybe where I'm a little bit different, I'll kind of like forgive certain things if I can obscure them. But I liked it. Like, the working umbrella I thought was super cool. Like, I liked a lot about it. So, as I said, I need to see a little bit more from Jazz Inc. before I lay down any dollary-doos on their Oh, Ash Chase, that's very kind. I'm on such a roll with the super chat say. I do not know what is going on, but thank you. No sleep till Wolverine. Thank you for the $5 super chat, Ash. That's very kind. Batman Collectibles says, I also tuck the hair into the coat. I think it's the best way to have him displayed, to be honest. You just get the hint of it without seeing it all. Because yeah, it's a bit iffy. But I mean, appreciate the effort. Like, sculpted hair would have been super hard to do with the Danny DeVito Penguin. So what else do I have on pre-order? So glad you're asking. And I thought we'd have nothing to talk about this week, but 2 hours, lol, and I haven't even shown you the stuff I bought. Scarecrow 2.0, because Dark Knight Rises, I know, I'm in for the 2.0s. And this comes with 3 head sculpts, including the Cillian Murphy head sculpt. So for me, it felt like an absolute no-brainer. And good luck to me trying to sell the original one. That's going to be a nightmare. Then I have the Strike Suit Captain America 2.0. I do have the original Strike Suit and Steve Rogers 2-pack. Nice figures for the time, but people know that Captain America bodies and the physiques and the proportions have gotten a lot better over time. And Captain America Winter Soldier is my favorite Marvel movie. So I did, when I saw this, I was like, okay, I want to upgrade. But then, of course, to do that, I first had to get Bucky with the good hair. So I did get Artisan Bucky, and once I was able to secure Artisan Bucky, I've got the special edition with the shield as well. So when Bucky was secured, I did go and pre-order Steve. I would absolutely love Hot Toys to do a 2.0 of the original Falcon. Like the way they have now engineered those wings, I would love to get that more military look for Sam, but have the more dynamic wings. Like it really shows you how far Hot Toys has come. Like if you have that first Falcon, the wings have like maybe one pivot point and they stick out. If you've got a DTOF, it's very hard to get him in there. Whereas what they're doing now with those newer Sam figures is so impressive. So I would love Sam to get the first Falcon to get a 2.0. I'd love the Winter Soldier Black Widow to get a 2.0 as well. Like I would love to just, my DTOF that you can't see, like the first shelf is like the Captain America Winter Soldier shelf with those 4 characters. So I would love to be able to update Sam and Nat. So Howie Claus, if you're listening, that would be amazing. Valkyrie says you can always pose the old Scarecrow in his villain mode and keep the new Scarecrow with the civilian head sculpt. Yeah, I mean, that's not a bad idea. Space is at a premium in that shelf. So I just don't know, because I know, I think it was Ramstein fan was like, why are you selling your Two-Face 1.0? Why don't you have one as Harvey and one as Two-Face? It's like, because space. This shelf is very full. So we'll see. Shuri's going nuts. I don't know what she's doing. It would be great to get the Winter Soldier with the raccoon eyes. Yeah. You can paint some raccoon eyes if you really want. I wouldn't do that because I would wreck it. But I also wish they had done this with the sculpted release to accompany it. I'm not a fan of these artisans that are main characters, and you've done the Steve as a 2.0, but then you've put the Bucky behind like an artisan paywall. I'm not a fan of that. Helen, you mentioned the strike suit cap, and now I might have to update my PO list to 3. Oh, sorry. Hashtag enabled. Becky. Yeah, but Bucky. Becky with the good hair, Bucky with the good hair. It's fine. You know what I meant. You know what I meant. It's fine. So Artisan Bucky, let's hope I get it, because I pre-ordered through a reseller, because lol. Yelena, of course you know. Had to get Thunderbolts, Yelena. I love Yelena. I am worried, though, that we are getting nothing else from this line bar Yelena. And that is a concern for me. I really hope we can at least get a Red Guardian to go with her. That would be amazing. Otherwise, I feel like I might try to kitbash a Bucky from the Thunderbolts. But I really want her with Alexi. Like that, to me, if I could have them together, I'd be quite happy. Moose Dream says, recently I won a figure on a Facebook gambling site. I chose the Scarecrow Batman Demon 2-pack from Prehistoric Times. Figures are beautiful with no issues. Bat Demon reeks of rubber. Yeah, that's the Scarecrow I have. I bought that separately. Like someone was selling them because it was like I think it was for the 10th anniversary for the movie, and they were a 2-pack, but each figure was individually boxed. So I was able to just get the Scarecrow. Because I never really wanted the Demon Batman, so it kind of doesn't surprise me that it reeks of rubber. It looked interesting. So I've got Yelena on pre-order. And then if so slow toys, I'm getting tired, would like to release something, maybe some of these guys that are way overdue. So I do love the Arrowverse. You can't see my collection of Arrowverse figures, but they're down there. I do have, I think it's called I don't know the so names. I was going to say them, but I don't. But we've got, I think they call it Future Flash. Maybe I'm wrong. We've got the Reverse Flash. We've got the Supergirl and the Deathstroke. The Deathstroke, hashtag not my Deathstroke. I really loved Manu Bennett as Deathstroke in Arrow, but no one's ever going to make that figure. So I decided to settle for this. I'll probably display it with the helmet. But Deathstroke was such a fantastic villain in Arrow, and I've always wanted a Deathstroke in my collection. So I've gone for this version. As I say, not quite the same look as the suit in the show. I don't know if there's any mods I might be able to do to get this looking a bit similar to the one in the show, but at this stage, I just went, well, if you want a Deathstroke, I don't think you're going to have many options down the line. So I've picked him up. Supergirl, I want to do a bit of an Elseworlds display. So I want to have Supergirl and Batwoman, and then I want to do the simplest Kitbash in the world, and I've done one of them where I've got the Hot Toys Barry Allen head sculpt, and I've put that on the So Toys Green Vigilante. And then I've got Spare Stephen Amell head sculpt, and I want to put that on a Flash body. So I want to do a little Elseworlds display, which will be cool. The Reverse Flash I want to put with my other Flash figures. So I've got the So Toys, I think it was called the Scarlet Speedster, and then the Zoom, which I think was called the Dark Speedster. And then I've Kitbashed my own Captain Cold and Heatwave. So it would be really cool to have the Reverse Flash to kind of finish that little display from those early seasons of the Flash, which I did enjoy. I really liked those early seasons. I think that's how I'm going to use all of those. Comments. Keith says it's not looking good for Hot Toys to announce more figures from Thunderbolts. I just don't think they understand that most collectors won't commit to just one figure from a team. I'm with you, Keith, and this is my thing. Like, I want Yelena. If they don't release anything else, I may venture into a world where I transfer my deposit, because that might be one that gets discounted later on. But it's a shame. And I mean, they did that teaser, and that's what I think annoys people. Like, don't do those teasers where you show the whole team and then you don't make the whole team. I think that's something that annoys collectors as well. Like, you did that Thunderbolts teaser. You even had Taskmaster in there. And I was like, I don't think you're making all 6 of them. And that's what gets me. That's a little bit misleading. I don't like that. And even when they announced their big licenses they had for the year, like, I'm pretty sure Thunderbolts, they made a big point of, we've got the Thunderbolts license. And I feel like I don't want to get my hopes up that they're going to make more than Yelena, because I don't think they are. I would take Bob to go with Yelena if they only did one other figure from the line. Maybe Bob would be great for a third-party company. Honestly, he would. 2.0 Winter Soldier Artisan version and 2.0 Captain America definitely on my pre-order as well. And Hono Studios Iron Man. That's cool. For me, getting Yelena with any other Thunderbolt is just a crime. Yeah, I think she needs to come with Alexi. Oh, without. Okay. Yeah, it would be. I wish. I will not order Fantastic Four from Hot Toys until Johnny. I think you mean till they announce Johnny? Because I think a few other people have said that. They're like, yeah, I'm not gonna get burnt by Hot Toys. Like, unless they announce Johnny, I'm not pre-ordering the other ones. Helen, I can't understand Hot Toys thinking, not that anyone really can. Thunderbolts was well received from many outlets. Hot Toys should continue the line. And I've said this number of times that I also feel like so many of those characters fit into multiple displays. So, like, Red Guardian can be in a Thunderbolts display or a Black Widow movie display. John Walker could also be in a Falcon and the Winter Soldier display. Ghost could be in an Ant-Man display. Like, if people didn't necessarily want them from the Thunderbolts, people might buy those figures for other displays. So to just give us Yelena, it would be such a shame. That reverse flash sculpt looks really good. Yeah, I really like the look of it. I think it has a really good likeness to Tom Cavanagh. So, Walmart cap. Who said that? Oh, Tremble Dust. Lol. Those team shots at Hot Toys reveals are just to show us what's going on in Howard's display. Yeah, at Howard's house. That's probably where they are. They're all at Howie's house. Tremble Dust says, if anything, I may get Yelena, hold on to her for a year, and if no under Thunderbolts come out, sell at a loss. Yeah. And that's the thing, you probably are going to sell at a loss, and it's a shame because that is how it tends to be. Or if there's some, is it Secret Wars? Doomsday hype? Then maybe everyone will want a Yelena and you can sell her high. I do want the Fantastic Four line, but no rush, as I have so many Deadpool figures to buy still, but only do a line at a time. Yeah, I can appreciate that. So this is everything Helen has on pre-order, and if I didn't mention it before, I made a video last week. It was a review of Two-Face. If you want to watch it, amazing. If you don't want to watch it, that's also fine. I'm not going to tell you what to watch. I just remind you that sometimes I make videos. Sometimes I just stream. Sometimes I make videos. This stream has gone so much longer than I thought it would, and I feel like I can barely get words out. But I'm going to quickly show you some of the Kitbash parts I've been buying, because I thought that would be interesting. And I think last week when I said, does anybody want to see it, a couple of people were like, yeah, show us what you got. So we'll do a quick little show and tell before we wrap up, because Helen definitely needs some sleep. Where can you get some of this orange chocolate? I don't know. Ask Mike. Mike Fiella will know where all the orange chocolate is. I do not know where the orange chocolate is because I don't want to know. So, as I was saying earlier, I feel like a lot of what I predominantly buy, I want to say for like almost the past 2 years, is more loose parts and pieces. Either for kit bashes I'm working on or little improvements I want to make. I don't understand, Helen, you like your cold. Do I sound like I'm cold? Well, I am cold. It's winter. It's freezing. It's also 12:15 a.m. But I'm going to show you the things I got. So first and foremost, oh God. Have you guys heard all the rage about Dubai chocolate? I literally had a rant to cousin Anthony about Dubai chocolate. And I think I had a rant on Costa when we did Two Greek Geeks about Dubai chocolate. So I don't know if you're if you're baiting me or if that's a genuine comment. Oh, Dr. No, awesome. Kit bashing is my favorite part of collecting. Me too. I look cold. Yeah, I am cold. It's been very cold winter this year. And I think because I was not in Australia for winter last year. I was in North America. So I didn't really have a winter last year, and this winter's been very strong. I'm not having a great time. I'm totally struggling with how cold it is. It's life. It's fine. So I am genuine comment question. Oh my God. I'm going to give you a quick Dubai chocolate rant. Sorry, Cousin Anthony. I literally voice memoed this to Cousin Anthony. Dubai chocolate, it's just ridiculous. It's the most overhyped food trend since I don't know when. Doesn't even taste good. It's stupidly expensive. And everyone just makes it because they want to go on TikTok and go, oh, look. Oh, I've cracked the Dubai chocolate in half. Oh, look. Oh, it's so thick. Meanwhile, Dubai chocolate uses a Greek pastry called kataifi in the middle. It's amazing. We use it in a lot of desserts. Ever since Dubai chocolate, I can't find kataifi pastry at the European supermarkets in Perth because every idiot who didn't know what it was is now rushing out to make stupid Dubai chocolate that tastes like crap to go on TikTok and, oh, I've snapped it in half. Oh, look, it's Dubai chocolate. It's stupid. And I can't make Greek desserts because everybody's buying it to make something that doesn't even taste good. I have strong feelings. Hopefully orange chocolate is cheaper than Dubai chocolate. Yeah, you got to mortgage your house to buy some Dubai chocolate. It's absolutely ridiculous. I should have set a 60-second rant timer. I should have. But I didn't, and that's on me. Tell them why you're mad, yeah. Because I wanted to make an ekmet kataifi, which is delicious, and I couldn't because there was no kataifi. Because everyone's buying it for Dubai chocolate. It's stupid. I love this rant right now. Look, I can rant about almost anything. I like oranges and I like chocolate. What could possibly go wrong? Yeah, I like oranges and chocolate independently, but you put them together and I just don't think it's a good time. I haven't tried it because it's £10 a bar. Yeah, it's like, it ranges from like $20 to $25 here. Doesn't even taste good. It doesn't even taste good. All these expensive ingredients, pistachio and kataifi, and it tastes like crap. Agree, Dubai chocolate is overrated, but I did like the taste, even though it cost me $15. It is so overrated. I'm out of the loop on Dubai chocolate, not concerned. Stay out of the loop. Run from the loop as far as you can. Helen, haven't heard anyone say fully sick in a long time. I learned a long time ago, never mess with a lady and her chocolates. Never mess with the Greek and their desserts. Honestly. We just bought a $14 bar of Dubai chocolate yesterday. Had to try it. It was good, but I don't know if it was worth $14. That's my thing. I feel like because people are spending this amount, they're having to hype it up. Oh, it's the best because I spent $25 on this. I have to say it's good because otherwise I look like a gimp who spent $25 on something that was not good. I'm not calling anyone here a gimp. I'm just saying I think this is the mentality that everyone overhypes it. Because, oh, well, everyone else is talking about it. If I say I don't like it, does that mean something wrong with me? No, it doesn't. Dubai chocolate's just ridiculous. Anyway, let me show you what I bought so I can also maybe go to sleep because I feel like I can barely talk and I'm stunned that so many people have hung around. So thank you. Maybe hit the like button, subscribe. We're having a great time, aren't we? I don't know if anybody's having a good time. I'm so sorry. But because I've been on this real John Wick wave, I'm trying to make my perfect John Wick 2 Kitbash. And I actually have two on the go. One is using a Topo suit and one is using a Kento suit. And I decided because I've got the John Wick 4 figure and I was able to get the base from Kane, that I really wanted to get the John Wick 2 display stands, and I thought it would be Mission Impossible, but I found 3 of these bad boys. I'm super happy. I didn't need 3. I needed 2, but I got a spare one because when you're on a roll and you find them, you find them. So I really love it. It has like the design of like the coin on there and the skull. I think it's cool. And I feel like with my John Wick figures, I do want to pose them a bit dynamically. And as much as I like the oval display bases because they save space, for something like John Wick, I do like having the extra footprint of these display bases. So I was super happy. It's going to be a real big John Wick theme to this. You were warned. Few John Wick 2 display bases. It's the kind of stuff I buy. Oh God, everyone's talking about the Dubai chocolate. Mike, do you work for Big Orange Chocolate in their marketing department? Is that what Angel Hair Chocolate is the latest trend? Is that with fairy floss? Did you buy Dubai chocolate? I did. Do you know why I bought the Dubai chocolate? Wasn't even for me. My mum kept seeing the Dubai chocolate on Facebook and she wanted to try it. So before Christmas, I saw it and I bought a block for her. So at Christmas, I gave her the thing and she's like, oh, let's have some with a cup of tea. And I laugh because when my mum doesn't like something, you know straight away because it's like this. I'm there, got my cup of tea, I got my overrated Dubai chocolate. My mum's like, oh, do you like it? And I'm like, oh, she doesn't like it. Because when she's, do you like it? And I'm like, I don't know. Do you like it? No, do you like it? And I'm like, no, I don't like it. She's like, no, this is disgusting. And I'm like, yeah, I knew you didn't like it because my mum will never say, I don't like it. She opens the door to me saying, I don't like it so she can agree. But yeah. I'm a See's Candy chocolate kind of a guy, and I'm a Pisces. I don't know what See's Candy chocolate is. I don't know what that is. Is that an American thing? It's fully sick. Ash is just caught in some fully sick time warpy thing. I have to try this Dubai chocolate now, honestly. If you do, don't at me that it was crap, because I warned you. It's overpriced and it's crap. I cannot. Don't you have the John Wick Cherry Blossom diorama on PO? I sure do. I bought all 3 panels. And when this collection moves in there, I think all the John Wick stuff is going to go. And I want to put the backdrop. I've got this whole display planned in my head. I cannot wait. Yes, I did PO the diorama. Still debating. Oh, it's interesting because it's not on Kit's site anymore, Keith. But Figure Concierge at your service, I'm pretty sure it is still on the Giant Toy website. So I ummed and ahed, and then I just was like, nah, I'm all in on John Wick. So I pre-ordered. I'm super stoked. And Costa's actually making his own version with all his 3D printing stuff that he's doing. But no, I did. It's 100, I think it was 110 US per panel with kit. But as I said, once I pictured what the display would be in my mind, I just couldn't not get the diorama. So yeah, I think that's like about $500 Australian, which is about as much as the John Wick 4 figure. But See's Candy is incredible. I don't know what that is. I don't know what See's Candy is. But let's go on with the show, shall we? I'm going to do this next thing because Keith is here. So I do have my Topo Cane review on my channel. Look at me plugging videos. I'm just a machine. And I was able to get the Hot Toys head sculpt and glasses. But the gold rim glasses that Hot Toys have isn't quite accurate to that black and white suit. But I was able to go on eBay, and I think these cost me like $13 US. Oh, hold them still, mate. And I got these really cool black rim glasses that look really good. I've posted a picture of the glasses on my Instagram and on my Facebook profile for anyone interested. But these were literally like $13 US. They fit really nicely on the sculpt with no adjustment. The postage was really quick. Like, it was a seller in China, and the listing literally said something like estimated shipping, like end of August to early September. And I was like, okay, whatever. I'm patient. But they came like a week later, even in this little plastic protected bubble. But they're really nice. They're really nice. And they look really nice on the sculpt. So, as I said, photos on my Instagram or my Facebook if you want to see these on Kane. And if anybody wants to buy the glasses, let me know. I will send you the link to the eBay listing. I did have a couple of people ask for the link, and I happily provided it because figure concierge, I'm here to help. I'm here to help. I'm going to show my one non-John Wick item. And you'll be shocked. You'll be shocked when I tell you what it is, but I couldn't go past it because it was an absolute steal. I think I paid like $20 US. I think I put it in a bag that it didn't come in, and now I'm struggling to get it out because it has some wicked sculpted hair. So that was a really good decision on my part. And I realized that it's really great viewing when you just see like the top of my head. So it's probably a really good opportune time to let people know, like, I don't color my hair, believe it or not. I don't really have grays. So that's some good DNA. I think I got that from my dad because story time with Helen, because he didn't go grey till he was quite old. So maybe I will be so lucky. Oh, come on now. Come out, mate. Here we go. $20 US. What do you think it was? Captain Marvel head sculpt from the Solo movie. Because why not? It was $20 US. Do I know what I'm doing with this? No. But it was Captain Marvel. $20 US. Maybe I'll use it for a Kitbash. Maybe I won't. I couldn't help myself. Dr. No asks, out of Topo and Kento, which do you prefer? I'm also doing a John Wick Kitbash and have the next Topo John Wick set on PO using the cyberpunk head. Okay, so I'm assuming you mean the John Wick 4 suit, the Topo one. So I'm currently using the black Topo 3-piece suit for my John Wick 2. And I was very happy with it. I did swap out the black shirt for a dark blue one. So Topo actually does sell loose shirts. You can get white, black, navy blue, and I think green. And I was super happy with that. But then Kento came out with their suit. And what really lured me into that is that it includes the tie pin. So I got that suit. And I have to say, I'm really impressed with it. The suit is more accurate than the Topo one, particularly the vest. The style of the vest Topo has used is not accurate to the movie. But with the Kento suit, that tie pin, it does not attach securely. So I futzed around for the longest time to get it in place. And my reward was that when I went to adjust the collar, the tie pin went flying. So I've now been told you need to glue it in. Okay, fair enough. I can do that. I feel like I need to have my brave pants on to do that. But aesthetically, I really like the Kento one. But I have also found the John Wick 2 shirt loose. So I feel like on the Topo one, I'm going to swap out the shirt to have the tie pin. So I still feel from a John Wick 2 perspective, I'm still trying to work out what the best combination is. But if you want something straight off the bat that's pretty good, like that Kento suit is really good, it's more accurate. But I feel like Topo did tease mention they were potentially going to do a specific John Wick 2 suit, and people did say to them about doing the type in, and they said they would. So I feel like I'm going to end up with so many versions trying to make a John Wick 2 perfect figure. But that's fine, because you know what else Helen did? Helen bought 3 different John Wick head sculpts. So I'm ready. I'm ready for all the John Wick bodies. I also feel like what I was going to potentially do is, with the Kento and the Topo suits that I have, whichever one I land on as my preferred John Wick 2, I was then going to use the other one to make a ballerina John Wick. So where he's just wearing the black pants, shirt, jacket, and tie. So nothing will be wasted. One will become my John Wick 2, and one will become my ballerina for whenever Howie decides to give us Eve. Oh, Keith says I just bought the glasses while we were showing them. Yeah. This stuff was a bargain. It was a private seller. It was the first time I bought from them. So I'm a bit like, do I recommend them? Don't I? I want to maybe see a track record before I put a name out there, because I do get nervous about, no, I have a platform. No, I don't want to recommend and have someone have a bad experience. So we'll see. If I continue having good experiences, I will. Did you buy the John Wick 2 pay? I did not. As much as Bob wants me to, I have not. $20, not bad. It was good. The cane looks so good now. The look we should have gotten well done. Yeah, and my one last thing is I don't know how easy it is or isn't to find a skinnier black tie. So this is the kind of stuff that I kind of, on my phone, I make a bit of a wish list of Kitbash parts, and then it's just in the back of my head. If I'm scrolling through something, I've got my little list of, okay, is there a this, is there a that? So if I can find a skinnier black tie, that would be awesome. But I still am super happy with the improvement of having the black glasses. It is very cool. And that's another figure I'm waiting on Hot Toys to reveal. I know. I wanted to see Ballerina at ACGHK. I wanted something. Nothing. Yeah. Where is Eve Macaro? 100%. Thank you with kit bashing. There's never one solution. Yeah, but I mean, that's the fun part. And as I said, the way I've kind of framed it in my head is like, one becomes the John Wick 2 and one becomes the ballerina John Wick. And I'm fine with that. Remember to let me know if you find a skinny black tie. Absolutely. I will update. Yeah, I let people know. So the female Bob Aussie style must collect all the wicks. So I'm so not near Bob's level with the wicks. And I've seen Bob's wick collection. It is impressive. I'm like budget Bob. I'm like a female budget Bob. So 3 John Wick head sculpts. Which ones did you get, Helen? I know you're wondering. So the first one I got is just the Hot Toys John Wick 2 head sculpt. Everyone's seen that before. I know some people don't like it. I actually don't mind it. I've got no problem with this. I do have one on the turtleneck look for John Wick that I have, which is a look he has in both the first and the second movies. I have been debating sending off to get rooted, perhaps, because for the John Wick 2, I want a slicked back hair, because Hot Toys made this hairstyle, but that's not the hairstyle he had when he was wearing that suit. He had the more slick back look. So I got this extra one because I thought I might get it rooted. I don't know. I can't promise you, Bob. I know I'll disappoint you if I don't. But Hot Toys John Wick 2 head sculpt, I still think it's fine. Some people aren't fans, but hey, the new one's obviously better. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say this is as good as the John Wick 4 one, but I seriously, when I first bought this and I unboxed it, it was one of those moments where, and I feel like I have these moments a lot where I was like, oh, what were people so upset about? What's wrong with this? I like it. So that's where I'm like, is this why I shouldn't do reviews? Because I tend to like a lot of things. I don't know. Keith agrees because the head sculpt looks good in hand. I think so too. The next sculpt I found was an 11 one. And I have to say, I think this might be a little bit different to the 11 one I bought in Hong Kong, because I know I'm assuming it's he, a few versions of it. So I was able to get an 11 head sculpt. And I don't mind the likeness and I like the hairstyle. I do think the skin tone is perhaps a little bit tan, which is also the issue I have with the 11 sculpt that I do currently have on my John Wick 2 figure. I really like it, but the skin tone, when you definitely have it next to the Hot Toys figures, it's too tanned. So I like it, but maybe it needs a bit of a paint touch-up. I don't know. So this is where I feel like I need to work out like which ones I'm going to use on my different figures and then make those decisions as to what maybe does get. So yeah, 11 John Wick 2 head sculpt, which I like. And one that I found that I didn't think I would find, and I was quite excited to track down, was the John Wick head sculpt that So Toys did, which has a swap out hairpiece, because this was quite interesting. Like, I've seen this in videos, and the one I thought I would like is not the one I do like more in person. Which head sculpt would you get rooted? I was thinking of sending off the John Wick 2 Hot Toys head sculpt to get the slicked back hair, because I have a sculpt with the same hairstyle that is rooted that Bob very kindly gifted me. So I was thinking I could potentially get this one done because I already have a rooted version of this from Bob. So that's why I was thinking, do I then do a rooted version of this? I don't know. Lots of ideas going through my head. What I actually do and don't do will be another thing. But So Toys. Remember when they used to just do head sculpts? Remember when they used to release stuff? Do you remember when So Toys used to release stuff? Pop Toys just released a Wick figure. I feel like everyone is doing Wick figures. It is very hard to keep up with them, but I have to say, Kento and Topo's quality is something I've been really impressed with, and particularly the Kento Wick, they did do a much better job with the body choice. It is definitely much more in line with the proportions of newer Hot Toys figures, like the Bruce Wayne they made, which was their first figure. The body was completely undersized, but this John Wick one, it scales really good with the Hot Toys John Wick 4 body. So the So Toys has swap out hair, which is kind of ambitious, but it's interesting because I didn't realize this hair, it's actually 3 pieces. So the sculpt is 1 piece, and then the hair is 2 pieces. I don't know that I've seen that before. It's kind of interesting to me. And it was funny because when I heard this was available, I watched some video footage because people reviewed it back in the day to see what I thought of it. And when I saw the video, I really thought that this hair was the style I would like the most. But in hand, I don't know how to describe it. It's like the hair looks too shiny or like it's wet. And for me, this hair is not as good in person as what I thought it would be. Oh, don't drop it. I thought putting it on my finger would. So it's quite interesting. So I was like, okay. Because when I saw the slicked back hair on this, oh, the magnet's in a funny spot. I thought it looked too flat on the head. But this is definitely, and I don't know if the camera is going to make it look as good as I think it looks in person. I definitely feel like this hairdo is the better of the two. And it does. On camera, it looks very flat. I feel like it's not that bad in person. But I do feel like I like this slick back hair look much more than the sort of messy hair. So I think this was like 30 US, which I feel like is not that far off what the retail price was. So that's kind of why I picked it up, because I was like, hey, I'm pretty sure retail was maybe 35 or 40. I could be completely wrong. So I just thought, why not pick it up? But I do kind of like this one, to be honest. I do kind of like this one. I did, as I say, when I looked at people's videos, I did think I would like the messy one looks better to me. But in hand, there's just something about how shiny the hair looks. I don't know. Tell me, which one do you think? Do you like the slick back hair or this hair? I'm keen to know what people think. So, yeah. Why not buy 3 John Wick head sculpts when you have an opportunity to? But this is also what I'm like. I have so many boxes around this room that are just parts and hands and boots and whatever. It's fine. It's funny because it's true. Remember when yeah, remember when they used to release figures? That was fun. Does the J&D John Wick interest you? I mean, if you're going to go so far to have a head sculpt rooted, you might as well look at J&D too. Well, I don't know, because we haven't seen it, right? I feel like the way J&D prices stuff, I don't know that I want to spend that amount of money. It would have to look pretty perfect for me to consider it. But I'm on the waiting list with Tina, and I have been for a while, and I think she's quite reasonably priced. So I had like 3 spots reserved with her, and a couple of the figures I wanted to do, I've changed my mind on. So that's where I know I want to do like my pilot Carol Danvers, but I've got those 2 other spots. So that's where I was like, oh, maybe I could like send her a John Wick to do. My mind has changed on what I sent her 1,000 times, which is why being on a wait list is not good for me, because then I just keep flip-flopping as to what I actually want to do. Oh, until Hot Toys does the artisan version. Yeah, everybody thinks Hot Toys is doing an artisan John Wick. I don't know. It'll be interesting. Nice pickups. Thank you. Didn't realize that So Toys did a head sculpt for John Wick. Yeah, it's quite old. I'm trying to remember when it came out. Because they did this around the same time as they did the Tom Holland Spider-Man sculpt, the one that had like the sort of half mask. I don't know what I'm doing it there. Like, so yeah, they did a couple and then they just stopped doing them. So I don't know. Even like 11 was saying they were going to do a John Wick 4, and then I feel like 11 has not done anything in the longest time. So I do not know if they're now a different brand, what has happened. But they didn't do anything with that. Slick back, greater than messy. Yeah, I think so too. I really do. So I just need to work out. So I do like the 11 sculpts. As I said, it's just the skin tone. And I do wonder, like, I should just, like, contact someone like 357 Apartment to go, hey, like, because I don't know if that's a repaint or a touch-up. Like, what am I looking at to get that done? Because depending on the price, it's like, do I just try to get more John Wick 4 sculpts? Who knows? A parting question, because unfortunately I have to go, but do you have a manufacturer that you think has done the best Keanu head sculpt? Just haven't seen one that's really nailed it. It's funny you say that. I kind of feel the same way. I do follow a lot of customizers on Instagram, and I don't know that I've seen one likeness that I've gone, oh my God, this is it. This is the perfect Keanu Reeves head sculpt. I actually do really like the Hot Toys John Wick 4 sculpt. But again, I feel like, oh, do I just have lower standards? Because I know some people don't like that. I liked the John Wick 2 head sculpt as well, but I don't know that either of them are perfect. I think it's just one of those likenesses, sadly, to be honest. I'm on the lookout, and I do wonder if they do make him from Ballerina, would it be the same sculpt as John Wick 4? Or would they do a different one? I don't know. Uncarded Reviews is the dopo for Kojin Wick. That's fair enough. Tremble Dust, I like the messy hair, but may change my mind if I see both in person. It's funny because when I watch these videos, I thought I liked the messier one too, but maybe I need to just put it in my cabinet as well, like to see what it's like in situ. But it just felt really shiny to me, so I don't know. My goal is to eventually replace all my sculpted figures with artisan or rooted hair versions. Uncarded Reviews, are you Bob Dylan's burner account? Did you guys just become best friends? Because I feel like you sound very Bob-like, where he wants all the rooted hair, no visible joints, no visible anything. You and Bob could be best friends. I just noticed you have a quarter scale Batman Begins Dark Knight collection on your top shelf. I sure do. And my Hot Toys 6 scale Joker, because I need to rearrange. That's the InArt one. I hope this is showing and I'm pointing at the right stuff. So this is the InArt one. So let me hide this. The DX11, see you later. The InArt purple coat's going to go down into the Joker display, and then the new Hot Toys is going to go there. So I need to move a few things around. But yeah, I've had those quarter scales for ages. The Batman figures have custom capes because they need them. Uncarded Reviews just gets it. Bob's found his soulmate. Why not just spray paint the John Wick hair hat with some matte to dial down the shine? Or maybe. I did spray paint for the first time this year, so maybe. I'm going to change my stream name to Bob Dylan's Burner, and only people from this stream will know the truth. Guys, I legitimately cannot believe how long this stream has gone for, given there was no news. So claps to everyone. This was a team effort. So many people came along for the ride today, and I really do appreciate it. We had some interesting chats. We had Star Wars in 60 seconds. What a treat. Shuri came and visited us. And we also identified my next giveaway, which is totally going to be a Tim Tam sampler to someone. So I will work that out. But guys, thank you so much for all the super chats today. That was incredibly generous. And new channel members, like, I'm totally blown away because as I said, I do not pretend that I really know what I'm doing, but I'm trying, and I feel like that's all I can do. I can try and be my authentic self, and that's what I will keep doing. So thank you for coming to interact with me. Hopefully Howie Claus gives us a little bit more feast next week and not so much famine, because I don't know that I have anything else on the way to unbox. So it might be a little bit sad if Howie doesn't give us some news. Please and thank you. Clapping from Akira, thank you. Great stream, Helen. Thank you. You're so welcome. Thanks, Helen. Have a great weekend. You too, Anthony. Hope you have a lovely weekend. Hello, I'm late. I will watch the recording. Yeah, because you don't want to miss. God, we had snack chat. We had saltiness. We had Star Wars in 60 seconds. We had everything. Just twists and turns. I had so much to do today. Got nothing done because of watching the stream. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I distracted you. Get some rest. Yeah, thank you for your time. Yeah, it's about 1 a.m. It's been a long day. I totally agree with Bob's thinking. No visible joints, all rooted. Depends on the figure for me. Now, replacing all figures that need cell batteries with internal batteries with one button pushes to activate lighting. Oh, my dream is still my wireless Bluetooth light all the stuff, but I don't know how far away that is in my life. Thanks, Helen. Have a good weekend. Thank you very much. Thanks for the stream. Stay safe. Thank you so much. Release the Wolverine. I know, Ash. I hope this time next week, a Wolverine has dropped for you. That would be really nice. Often, oh goodness, you just a little bit late. I'm late. We'll catch the replay. Thank you. I appreciate that. Often, absolutely. Everyone, have a great weekend. Thank you so much for coming to hang out. I will see you back here, same time, same place. Don't forget Tim Tam funds. They're the way of the future. See you guys. Have a great weekend.